I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline trip, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Did that not look like me? Did you not see that guy?
Yeah, well, who is he? Do we know him?
No.
A wild picture for
It was
sure.
just a commercial.
That was a good one. It got our attention. We both were like, huh?
Yeah. You were talking about the guy in the commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was eating the pasta?
With the mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was me for a second. I was like, oh.
That's why I stopped for a minute. You know, I'm about to pay attention because commercials are some of like the most studied things, right? They want to draw your attention. They want to relate to you, so you can then like try the product and whatnot. Like, slowly, I'm sure like guys start getting fatter on commercials because everyone else is getting fatter, you know, a little chubbier.
That's a good study.
You know, I don't know. I've noticed.
That guy looked like me though, like a lot.
And I read this from Twitter. I don't even know if this is true or not, but I read something that said that the reason why you're seeing more black people commercials is that we're more proud to be represented, or more white
That's
people.
true.
Just
I don't care if there's white people in a commercial.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Caleb cares.
Hell yeah. Nick definitely cares.
Nick definitely cares. Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
The only
Nick,
ones...
you don't care if there's black people represented in commercials?
I don't care what color of race is in the commercial.
So you don't see color.
If it's a good hitting message, it gets across.
I gotta be honest about this too.
Couldn't even look at the camera.
I like this part.
I'm messing up with
Can't
the
even say it
audio
with a
levels
straight
right
face.
Yeah, dude, you're just lying.
These audio levels are juicing right now. They're going all over the place. Just trying
lying through your stash.
Yeah, Alan had to do something to fix it after your handiwork yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
It is right.
I got the same thing.
It is right. It happened today.
I do declare.
After the morning show?
Huh?
After the morning show or before it?
After.
Hey.
But guess what? The same guy TDs the first 3 shows. There's only 2 people in that booth.
What'd you do, Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, I didn't do shit.
You're fired.
Great. Everything worked great yesterday.
You know, Spinny started the show off. What were you gonna say?
ETN says Nick loves his big white truths.
His big white truths.
I thought our show sounded great yesterday.
That shit was so funny.
Dude, that shit was hilarious.
That was hilarious. All right, Spinny started off the show with a hot distraction. You see that commercial? Just saying anything. Because you don't want to talk about the matter at hand.
What? That Jason Tatum is one of the best seconds in NBA history?
Jason Tatum is an NBA champion.
He is?
Sooner than
You're just happy the Celtics won? Like you're a Celtics fan?
No, you don't change the Celtics. We're talking about Jason Tatum right now.
And he is a part of the Celtics.
And you're hating on him.
He won by himself?
You said he wasn't going to do it.
I said he wasn't going to win Finals MVP, and he didn't.
You also said he wasn't going to win the championship. You said he's just a bum. He's a scrub.
Yeah, he is a bum.
Nick was in there defending him like crazy.
And he's the cringiest motherfucker on there. He's the Russell Wilson of the NBA.
Okay, I have to agree with the cringy part.
He is so cringy. He's trying to be everybody. He tried to be Kevin Garnett with his, we did it!
We got the
He
clips.
tried to be his Kobe with the picture, and he's trying to be Chris Bosh.
Well, he didn't do the Kobe
Did you
thing.
see? He tried to. He tried to pose with the pic. He's trying to be people. He's trying to be viral, trying to have his moment. We got the picture of him trying to be Chris Bosh, too. Like, this is just ridiculous.
Give me a second.
God damn it, Chris.
Wow, Chris.
I had to reload all the
there?
graphics.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Something happened? Is that a valid excuse?
No, he's been in there.
Something minor, but yeah, I had to reload all the graphics.
That's
so.
bullshit for sure.
If Phoenix is open, he didn't have to reload it.
Yeah, we gotta get you, Caleb. We gotta get you rolling.
Let's go.
Someone doesn't care.
But yeah, so he's a good player. He's like a top 10 number 2 in the history of the NBA for sure.
Why is he number 2?
Because Jaylen Brown won the Finals MVP, and it's his team, and he's the better player
Steph Curry, the number 2 when he won his first championship.
during those finals runs. Yeah,
He was the number 2 on that team.
yeah,
We pulled up the numbers. He definitely was not.
he would have won Finals MVP if he was the number 1.
He was the number 1.
I don't know.
The other thing too, fun fact.
2.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Shit, you're right.
You didn't think about
No,
that,
I
did you?
didn't. God damn it, you got me.
Larry Bird's first NBA area is.
Yeah, he's trying to be Chris Bosh.
To be fair,
That's crazy.
he just celebrated, and my man is the one violating right now. And I'm not. Tatum's
crazy.
absolute cringe. All right, I was a
He
little
is
bit behind
so cringe, dude.
in the group chat last night. When you guys were talking shit. I was behind, and then I heard "We did it!" I was like, "Oh fuck!" I can't defend that.
When he said, "What are they going to say now?" Unprompted.
That was a bar.
Unprompted. My dad said, they're still going to say you ain't a dog. You wouldn't have won nothing without a great team around you.
And fairness,
It's facts.
all due respect to Pops. That's everybody. Everybody needs a great team around.
And not everybody's negative dog. Like, he is negative dog.
I see negative dog.
He has negative aura.
I don't-
Like, El Skibbity. Like, he is just not him.
Is he?
He
Do you
is-
agree with that?
He's like they, them. Like, he is not him.
But you're like a hater.
I am.
So I can't.
For a
validate.
reason. I hate him for a
Cringy.
reason.
Cringy, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, put the picture up one more time. This isn't his fault. Cringy, I agree.
He posed for it.
No, he's just screaming, and my man violated.
No,
what are you
he's-
doing
he's
right
not-
now?
I
He
think
told
opened
someone
his
to take
mouth
that
after.
after.
That's an
Sorry, get
absolute
more.
He
violation.
definitely opened his mouth
Who
after.
even is that?
I don't know. Probably a coach or a family member or somebody.
I don't know, man. He's got the warm up on. Fun fact.
Yeah, see, players spending hate. Cat, Gobert, Kyle Anderson, Tatum, Zach Edey, who else? Patrick Beverly is on that list as
Yep.
well. I can't think of any more on the top of my head,
You
really.
say he's the greatest number 2 because he didn't win MVP.
Not the greatest number 2. No,
I'm sorry.
He's a top 10 number 2.
Top 10 number 2.
Yeah.
Fellas,
Fun fact. This is his first title, right?
Yeah.
Larry Bird, first title, did not win MVP.
Yeah.
He was not Finals MVP.
Let me know when Jason Tatum wins back-to-back MVPs, though.
Yeah, 3 straight.
He's got to do that. He's probably not going to do that.
Never.
League
Because
is way
Larry
too
Bird
talented.
is almost like the epitome of him. Larry Bird has some of the most dog in him in the history of dog. So Jason
Not for
Tatum
the first
is
time.
not Larry Bird.
Just saying, Bird didn't win his first
Who won it?
run.
Robert Parrish? Or-
Cedric Maxwell.
Okay.
Cedric the Entertainer, if Sammy's listening. Kept getting pissed when I said that. He's like, not Cedric the Entertainer. Like, of course not fucking Cedric the Entertainer, bud.
Larry Bird was undoubtedly him, though.
Yeah.
And Jason
That first
Tatum
run,
is
just
not.
saying. And then I saw, well, go ahead, Nick. You were about to say something too.
yeah, with the whole Tatum being cringe thing, I think you can easily relate this to maybe he's seen it his whole life, but now it's the social media era where you have a camera in your face at all times, so you are trying to recreate some of the past things that you thought were iconic.
Yeah,
and maybe
don't-
you can't help it because you have idolized these players.
No,
for
you
so
can't help
long.
it. You can't help
I know,
it.
I'm
Don't
just
be a
saying, but
follower.
you're
Be
getting
genuine.
everything.
Do your own thing. I don't care about, you can't help it. You've been programmed. No. Be yourself. Be genuine.
You won't
Enjoy it.
get to him on it.
It's
He's
embarrassing.
too
It's
stubborn.
for him to try to force things. That's cringe as fuck. Be yourself. Be genuine. Be natural. Don't be a weirdo. That's being forcing. We did it. That's
That was
weirdo
weird
shit.
because there was the pause where he looked at someone too.
He tried to
And
say
then threw it
something.
up.
He's trying really hard to have his viral moment, and it's embarrassing. Just celebrate genuinely. And if you got aura, you'll have a moment. If you don't got aura, I'm sorry.
Did Jay Brown have a moment?
No.
Okay, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And he's not
That's good.
trying to
Yeah,
have
that's
trying to
good.
have a moment.
That's great.
Is way
Let
worse
Nick
than not
talk.
having a moment.
I'm saying I think the social media era has changed these players. This is the first time where these guys are so young leading this team. Joker doesn't give a shit. We know that. But all the older guys were older veterans. I think these players are just so different nowadays where maybe they could be searching it out in a Tatum sense. I didn't like all the hate he got last night after winning his shit.
He was
I didn't
acting like a
think
bitch. Just be yourself.
Why,
Be yourself.
why is he acting like-
Genuinely enjoy your championship. And if a cool moment ends up being a part of it, awesome.
But that's
don't
just him.
force it. Yeah, and he's cringe.
That's fine.
That's not him. That's
That
not
is
him.
him.
No.
That's him enjoying
That's
it.
him
He
forcing
had
it.
the embrace with his
That's
son.
him trying to be the man.
He had the embrace with you, his son, right after the championship. That was a beautiful picture. The one in the hallway, that was a natural picture. That wasn't a recreation of Kobe's. Kobe's never had a photo like that.
The one where he's
Not
up
with
against
kid.
the wall holding it. He was trying
Because
to.
you're embracing the trophy.
He's trying to be cool. He probably said,
hey,
"Hey, social media manager, come here real quick," and he did that.
No.
he is. That's what he is, man.
You're
It's
just a hater.
It's embarrassing. Just celebrate. Don't try
he's
to.
embarrassed.
He's
just won
trying
the-
really
just won the
hard.
NBA
He's trying
championship.
really
He's
hard to be viral.
Undoubtedly the face of the team. I don't think he's embarrassed. I think
If
just
he was
hate him.
facing the team, he would have won Finals MVP.
He
Or
honestly,
Eastern
it
Conference
definitely had
Finals
more of a
MVP.
case for the MVP than I think you're giving him for.
No, I mean he was probably the third best player on the team. In the
I'm
series,
pretty sure
yeah.
he led the series. Oh, I'm sorry. his team in points.
Yeah.
I saw you also let him
And rebounds and assists.
rebounds and assists.
Yeah.
All right. I saw you tweet about how many shots he take. Only 14 more shots than your boy Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I said do shots, do field goal percentage, do defensive efficiency, and do turnovers. Because that's how they won that game.
You also
Was
gotta think about
they won the series with defense.
How about the defensive assignments that Tatum sees versus Jaylen Brown? Because he's the facilitator. He has the ball in his hand more often.
What do you mean?
There's just more defensive assignments for Jason
They see
Tatum.
the same defensive assignments. They guard the same people.
No, I'm talking about when on the offensive side of the ball.
Oh, the defensive assignments to see him.
On Jason Tatum, yes.
Oh, well, first of all, there's nobody on Dallas to be worried about defending. He had P.J. Washington guarding him. Oh, no, look out. You got P.J. Washington or Derrick Jones Jr. on you.
He was good this
You
year.
got J.C. Yo, he was one-on-one with Luka Doncic for half the series at the top of the key. The guy's a fucking turnstile. I'm not saying, he deserves MVP because he got past
There's just
Luka
more attention in
Doncic,
general.
who is one of the worst defensive players in the history of the NBA. Like, no.
I know what it is because I know you. I love you.
It's cringe.
So, you're my friend.
He's cringe.
You just hate him.
I hate him because he's cringe.
It's fair. You got respect.
And you're a
for him.
Celtics fan, so I understand
Not a Celtics
why you're
fan.
celebrating this so
No,
much.
I'm just happy for Tatum. I'm happy for Tatum because
not happy for Tatum.
he earned the respect ever since the dunk. Like the dunk happened.
That was dope.
And you were like, yo,
That was the
this
last
kid-
time he was cool.
This kid's gonna like be something. Like, he just did like what the this kid just dunked on LeBron James in
Yeah.
Game 7. Like,
And what did he do?
and you got to watch him raise the ranks. Now, obviously, I don't think he's gonna be a superstar per se. I mean, he is a superstar in the term of everybody is on the team. If you're the
He's definitely
face of
a
your
superstar.
team. But he's never gonna be like the fucking
Face
LeBron,
of the league.
Or yeah, he won't be that. But he's still a damn good player, and I have respect for him, and I'm happy for him because I got to watch him grow.
That dunk was the last time he was cool. Because he had a genuine reaction after that. His emotions, he chest bumped LeBron, yelled in his face. That was cool. After that, he's been a cringe dweeb for the rest of his career.
Hater.
I hate the Celtics more than any other professional sports organization ever. I hate the Celtics. I hate their fans. I hate them. I never want them to win anything. They suck. I am only happy for 3 people on the entire planet that the Celtics won last night. And that is Xavier Tillman, Spartan dog. Good shit. Cash
Nice.
that in. Obviously. Number 2 is Al Horford.
It all is.
Al
Dude.
Horford, because dude's been in the league for like 18 years or something like that. Finally got his chip. Seems like a good guy.
Family
Al
and
Al
Manson.
Horford won a couple chips in college. Now finally gets his chip in the NBA. And Joe Mazzulla, he seems like a good guy.
Joe Mazzulla is a good guy.
He looks like a good. He was
He's a big,
he was
MMA
thrusted
fan,
into
too.
a tough situation, like with what's his name getting fired because he was touching
Udoka.
office members.
Ime.
He's fucking
Ime Udoka.
successful.
Yeah, he's fucking them. And Joe Mazzulla was
Field goal
thrust into that
percentage,
situation. He made the most.
100%.
He seems like a great guy. He knows his shit. Like, have you seen him break down plays and
Dude,
shit?
he's phenomenal.
He's a savant. Like,
I'm gonna
it's like a little
bring him up during this next segment.
It's a little Tismy. Like how
Yeah.
insanely accurate he can break down plays and shit.
Well, I remember, I think it was JJ or Doris Burke, which I'm glad that I've like grown. I'm not even going there. Congratulations, Doris Burke and JJ. But the way they
Pro
broke it down,
Almond.
his
Gotta be.
philosophy is kind of like what I wanted to do with Luka originally. Not I want to do it. I'm not a fucking Mavericks fan, but what I think you should build around him. What I want to do with Cade, shoot, get him fucking shooters. Get him one. That's actually where I'll subside a little bit, and I don't want to go too much into it because it is like the next topic. But I'll let it bleed then.
Yeah,
What are you giggling about?
the comments. Luigi Gaming said Spenny would kill for JT to be on the Pistons. Oh, for sure. He's a great ball player.
Oh, there it is.
He's still a fucking dweeb.
What about Cat?
Where was it? No, that's too far. See, Cat is too far. Like Jason Tatum, if he wasn't on the Celtics, I wouldn't hate him as much. But because he's on the Celtics and he's this cringe, makes me hate him even more. Anakin Skyogre says, Spency, you're a weeb, so don't call someone a dweeb. Well, you're a cop, so yeah.
Damn.
ETN says, Anakin called you a dweeb, Spenny. You gonna let that slide? No, shout out. There's a difference between dweebs and weebs for sure. And I'm not, like, I am a closeted weeb. Well, not closeted. I am a functioning weeb.
I don't
Like, I'm not, like, walking around, like doing all that weird shit. Like there's
Fair.
there's
That's
me,
fair.
and then there's
Functioning boys.
actual fucking weebs that, like, are cringe.
That's fair.
But
Before we
I'm
go to break,
definitely a weeb.
actually, we'll let you guys speak on that when we go back because we're past it. Tell us about Planet Fitness, you weeb.
Dude, everybody's 1-in-3-1-3 Kurt say a cringe dude calling a dude cringe is crazy. Hey, takes one to know one. Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Drive into summer and drive into savings during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest Memorial Day sale ever. We're stocked with new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move. Like this 2024 Silverado for only $217 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $199 a month. Find your freedom in a Feldman at the Memorial Day sale going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Did your wife divorce you because you're a closeted weeb? Why don't you hit up KDK Law? If you're dealing with divorce, child custody, visitation, or other family law issues, they've got your back. That's Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law right here in Birmingham. They have your back. They're available 24/7, and they have 10-plus years of experience. Scan the QR code above my head or call them directly at 248-971-0476. Again, that's 248-971-0476. And tell them Heavyweight sent you, and they'll pay your filing fee. KDK Law, they've got your back. Hello, welcome back to Road Heavyweights. I'm Easy, joined by Spin Rax.
What up, though?
You're on Chris, Nicholas, Kohloff. We have Caleb in the building. And you guys didn't even get to talk.
Yeah.
Reactions.
No. Let me. No.
No, I mean, Spencer nailed it. Like, you know, Tatum is a great sidekick. Like, he's a great role player.
You don't even have to call him
don't
Robin.
mean that.
You called him a role player?
You call him a role? You don't mean that.
You don't gotta call him Robin. You can call him like Nightwing. You know.
Some people are really
more
great in their roles. In 28, 7 and 5 is a very solid role player. it's a very solid role player. But no, I'm happy for the people that you should be happy for in Boston, which, like you said, Al Horford, Tillman, shout out Spartan Dog, and then of course Joe Mazzulla, because he seems like a wizard, man.
Seems like a really good guy.
He seems like a good guy
and a great coach.
And he was getting shit on. You guys know I listen to Bill Simmons. I know you guys aren't a fan of him, but he's a diehard Boston guy, and he shits on Joe Mazzulla every single day. Called him second row Joe for literally up until this week when he won the championship.
That's hilarious.
He called him second row Joe because he said he didn't deserve to be a coach.
That's wild. I actually love his philosophy when it comes to like the game. Yeah, and we'll get into that. But Caleb,
well, I agree with Spenny when it comes to like
he's cringe.
Dude, I can't watch.
There's no denying
we have
that
that
he is
other
cringe.
stuff.
Like,
we want to play that other stuff.
Nothing is authentic like what he does. Like after the finals yesterday, nothing was authentic. I felt
Nothing. Only the moment with the sun.
But I don't know. On the court,
Spinny.
I think he's on the court. I think he's a great player. I mean,
He's a
there was a
great
point in
player,
that
for
game
sure.
where like no one could check him yesterday.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, I kind of buy into like the narrative that Nick was on there in the first segment. Nick, I know you got brushed off there, but there probably is something to that. And a guy like that who just he wants to create a moment because that's all he's doing his whole life.
He was
He's
one
trying
of
to force it.
He was one of the few Duke players because I hate Duke too.
Mhm.
So I mean,
I think we all
everybody
do.
should hate Duke. but
Everyone hates Duke.
He was one of the few Duke players I actually liked. Like him,
Yeah.
Jabari Parker, I liked
Kyrie.
a lot. Kyrie, Kyrie only played like 7 games, but like at Duke, I'm saying, like watching them play, I liked him a lot. I liked Jabari Parker a lot at Duke. Him dunking on LeBron, that shit was awesome.
a
Love
moment.
that. And then it's just been downhill into the cringe slop fest ever since.
I do get the cringe part. Like I 100% am on
there's no
board with that.
denying
And I agree with Nick's point of like, you know, that does social media, this era does warp some people into being that way. But look at Anthony Edwards. he wasn't cringe at all.
Well, he's himself.
He's genuine.
He's not trying to
love
get
him.
him. Yeah,
He's younger than Tatum. He's younger than Tatum, and he was a much more. So to me, I can't shoot him the full bail of it's social media, because it's not everyone that social media affects this generation. Ant is a completely normal, like very transparent, genuine person. So, like I can't shoot Tatum all that bail. I can give him some credit for that, like the social media thing. I think that's a good point, Nick, but I can't completely blame it on social media when there's other people out here that aren't
Russell
cringe.
Wilson.
One thing in life that I've learned, and everybody should have to learn, that some people just are who they are.
Yeah.
And you have to learn to like work around that and respect it. That's just who they, like you, Chris, for the longest time. You were so
I
mean
knew you
to
were
Chris.
gonna fucking
He was like
say
a
that.
week. He was like a week,
It
bro.
was like a quarter of the year. You nicknamed him Young Son.
I did it, bro.
But after, you accept him for who he is.
Chris is
you
funny,
realize it's
man.
how he operates. You respect with him.
And
You
Chris
just
is
share the same
himself.
environment.
Chris
you
is
gotta use
himself,
other
and he's funny.
examples, damn it. Like,
If Jason
We know
Tatum,
Nick's, little.
and I still hate no,
that's-
if Jason Tatum was being himself and being genuine and
But
was still
that's what he is.
that's not
cringe. He can't
trying
help
to
it.
do that. That's not being yourself.
Because here's this, actually. Go and get ready to cue the video, all right? Because this is, I guess, the best type of delivery you can have if you are a Jason Tatum. But even this came off cringe because that's just who he is.
DNC
We have to
ENT,
accept
Jamal
it.
Murray is the same age.
I know everybody who won the winner.
See,
Cringe.
That
Cringe.
That
is
was
the
the
least
worst one.
cringe of the things that he's
Yes.
done.
Like,
If he
the delivery was
if
nice.
that was in a vacuum and that was the only cringe thing he'd done, I'd be like, all right, that's that's at a party. You're on stage. You're drunk probably, and you do a Kanye quote. Okay, but the trying to get the picture, trying to get the quote, and then that
He
and
wasn't
the Chris
trying to
Bosh
get the
picture.
bro.
It's
They're two completely different pictures.
if the
Everybody who's won the fucking title has hugged the trophy.
if the internet wasn't all over that already, he 1,000,000% would have taken that picture.
No.
He would have. Texting Kobe.
Everybody
I-
hugs the
he's
trophy.
just-
Am I tripping here?
did you see the Photoshop of him texting Kobe and Kobe being like, yo,
Yeah.
what up, little bro?
Good
Can you
looks,
pass
little
me
bro.
Jalen Brown's
Yeah,
number?
let me see Jalen Brown's number.
No, he is what he is. He's cringe.
He
I
is.
can't defend it.
No one can defend.
Still a baller.
When we're talking about
He's a very good ball player.
being genuine, does like the way like Jokic act piss you guys off a little
No,
bit?
he's
No.
him.
He's genuine.
I
He's
love
not
that shit.
trying to
He
make
doesn't give a shit about
He doesn't give a
basketball.
fuck to be there.
Yeah, but don't you feel like sometimes he acts too hard to
No.
pretend like he doesn't care?
No,
I think he does a little bit.
I don't think so.
Not at all. He literally doesn't. He literally live time was like, "Are you gonna be here for the parade?" And he's like, "There's a parade." He got pissed off
Yeah,
about
bro.
having to attend a championship
Yeah.
parade.
And
like,
like-
he genuinely doesn't. There's no trying not to give a fuck. He does not give a fuck.
My God, dude.
And Edwards.
But
don't give a fuck.
There's no
just
better story
insane.
when it comes to Jokic than the fact that the NBA representative, because you get the MVP award, during the playoffs, but they just present it. You don't actually get it. So by the end of the playoffs, Jokic was home. So this guy had to travel with a 30-pound trophy carrying it because there's nowhere to drive. He had to walk miles with the trophy just to get it to him on his farmland because he was already gone from the NBA.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silver gave him
when he
the
won the
MVP
MVP
trophy.
trophy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He pulled up on his horse, his little horse cart.
Yeah.
And Jokic,
Bro had to walk
I've seen
forever.
him be happy on a basketball court. When
Yeah.
he hit that game winner, he was running around happy.
Yeah.
He just doesn't care about
He cares about ball. That's all he gives
Yeah.
a shit about.
Yes.
This is what's going on in the court.
and horses.
All the antics. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he
But
turns
all
up
the
in the
antics
club.
that come with it.
I'm trying to hit a club with Jokic.
Oh
G.
man, those dance moves are crazy. He was on something. All right, that's how they dance where he's from.
that
Chris knows better
that
than us.
Bosnian alcohol.
Yeah.
Spenny, what would be worse, Cat or Edie on the Pistons? Edie, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Ask me about you in media. I know. I hate Carl Anthony Towns.
All right, let's
He's
kind
probably
of
the
bridge this
cringiest
into.
person in sport, or him or Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I tried saying last night because the hate for Tatum was mind blowing. I get that he's cringe. I guess maybe I do a little bit understand it, but I at one point called him the Jared Goff because there's a guy doing
Yeah,
stuff.
no, golf isn't cringe.
No, Goff's not cringe.
Goff is not cringe. Goff's a bro. I feel like Goff's a total
kind of
bro.
like Jokic. I feel like he just don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
He's just California
just
cool,
super
going
chill
about his business.
I feel like Goff's a bro.
He's for sure got that that don't give a shit.
He's
like
the
cool.
Tatum is the Russell Wilson of the NBA.
That's for sure probably how he bagged Christian Harper because he wasn't all thirsty over
Yeah,
her. He
he's
was
probably,
like,
what's up, shawty?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What it do, shawty?
I feel like with Tatum,
after all
he's
that,
proven everybody wrong besides the MVP thing. Like in my eyes, like everyone said, can you get back there? He did get back there. He lost, but then he got back there and he finally won. And now everybody's coming at him for being cringe. And I just think like this guy's getting a bad shake right now. He's did everything that he could possibly do.
If you don't want to be called cringe, don't be cringe.
He can't help it.
Yeah.
Chris can't help it.
Chris is less cringe than Tatum. It's not. Chris is actually funny. Tatum's just fucking.
Yeah, easy. That was just you trying to make a shot just to defend Tatum. That's low of you.
No, that was a real life situation. Smitty did not fuck with you for like a month.
Don't like
It
that.
was like a week.
All right, let me pull the text, but I'm fucking
Chris, my dog.
All right, I want to bridge to the Pistons.
Spencer, you're my best friend here.
Of course.
I want to bridge to the Pistons. Did watching them win, especially you, Mr.
We got
He's
2
Tatum
minutes.
with
I'm not
dribbling.
great around new people, though. You know that.
You people, what?
New people.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck you said? Bro, I was like, what the fuck is that?
I'm not great around,
Juneteenth Eve
I'm not
is
great around
crazy.
new people.
I don't know, man. You clicked with Caleb pretty quick there.
Yeah. Good point.
I want it.
You and
Didn't you warm up to
your boyfriend Griffin, you guys hit it off right away too.
Well, yeah, because he's yeah.
Yeah,
Good-looking guy.
it took a minute. You had to accept my man's for.
Well, was it
the camera on yourself. There it is.
Who else was it
You
though?
accept that.
Wasn't it Booner too, or somebody who was a little standoffish at first? I remember you telling me about this because
Yeah.
we had the conversation.
I can't remember.
I was trying to make you feel better about it. Yeah.
Oh, it was a lie. It was only me.
He was like, why does he hate me so much? I was like, he's like that with everyone. There's
Yeah,
Booner.
tons of examples. I just can't name
Yeah,
them all,
just
but like
can't-
everybody.
There's too many to name.
Yeah. It is what it is, all right? Spinny's that way, and I love him for who he is, too.
China virus. Tatum equals Eminem.
Stop. We're not doing that's disrespectful.
That's an awfully hot coffee.
All right, that's
maybe
too far.
maybe
Too far.
post drugs Eminem.
We're not doing it.
Because I like the original Eminem, but post drugs Eminem is a cringe fest for sure.
Oh my god! Remember that Michigan game where he did like that?
That was funny.
that was crazy.
You
That was
thought that
actually
was
kinda-
funny?
when he was
That
like-
to me was
That
embarrassing.
was unbearable.
I thought he was actually on drugs.
I don't know
so
what the
liked
fuck
it.
was going on.
Kirk Herbstreit was embarrassed.
Yeah, I did not.
George
enjoy
Bush does not care about black people.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was fucking hilarious.
cut to
Mike
Chris-
Myers
When
like
he goes to Chris
It cut to Chris Tucker. He was like, yeah.
Mike Myers' face because he's sitting next to him during that. Do you know what that is, Caleb?
What?
You're a little bit. How old are you?
22. Mike Myers.
No, the George Bush doesn't care about
That was
black people
during
moment.
Hurricane Katrina relief.
I feel like
You were
was
like
it was that
7
on
or
like was that like College Game Day or something?
No, it was MTV.
The Eminem one was College Game Day. I don't know if it was MTV. It was like Live Aid for Hurricane
It was on
Katrina.
MTV.
Yeah.
That's why it's all the celebrities.
And it was, it was a bunch of celebrities, and like they were all trying to raise money to, relief.
It was one of the first
And
crazy
Mike,
Kanye
it was
moments.
live. It was live, and it was Kanye West and Mike Myers, and Mike Myers was talking about it, and Kanye was out of nowhere. He's like, George Bush does not care about black people. And Mike Myers was like, it's really good.
The
How long
build
ago
up
was
too
that?
was just a bunch of like celebrities who were like, yeah, we care about these people that are sick and all that stuff here affected by Hurricane Katrina. And then there's a complete out of fucking left field.
Yeah, that's
The best one is the Lady Gaga one. I love Lady Gaga, but what the fuck does she know about cameras?
Lady Gaga is the executive vice president of Polaroid. I like some of the Gaga songs.
I like it. Yeah,
What the fuck does she know about cameras?
we're never tying this into the Pistons.
It's fine. We're at break anyways.
Yeah, we can go to break. Tell us about Feldman, Nick.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. Catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had to spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades are pushing on the leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, did you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
When you wake up every morning, make sure you are putting on the best morning show in the country. It's Wake Up Woodward. Join Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, and KG every morning as they cover all of Detroit sports and juices. Shout out. Make sure every morning you are immediately putting on Wake Up Woodward, 8 to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports. I wanted to say like Royal Oak so bad. I don't know.
There's reverb.
Yeah, they said the commercials are echoing again.
I had it down a little bit. My bad. We'll see if I fix this.
Well, let's talk Lions. Try to talk a little bit Pistons there. Didn't happen. Maybe we'll.
Damn.
What was the Pistons?
It's just dead. I'm not feeling it. You want to talk Pistons?
Yeah.
All right.
What was the Pistons thing though?
Did the championship? You don't look at the prep?
No.
No respect. No respect at all. The finals change your opinion on the Detroit Pistons build. I'm not gonna call it a rebuild.
What's their build?
Demolished.
Yeah.
Just
They don't
like
have a build. They
what
don't
you
have
would
an
like to see them do. Like, did it
No.
give you any idea what you want to see them put around Cade, since him and Tatum are so similar according to some people?
No, I already know what I want them to see around Cade, and I don't think it changes based on what happened in the finals because they're nowhere near the level of talent that the Celtics have. Like if you could tell me they got to the finals like the Mavericks and lost, I would take that. Like obviously you want to win a chip, but I'd like to see them win more than 14 games first. So I can't even imagine the Pistons on that level right now because they need to be not the worst team in the NBA first before I imagine them in the finals.
Yeah, for me, it's like when you look at it, just give me 7 of the top 60 players like Boston has. Like Boston has such an
7?
unbelievably stacked team. Yeah, you got, let's see if my math's right. You got Tatum, Brown, White, Holiday, Porzingis, that's 5, Horford, and who's their 7th man? Who am I missing?
Pritchard.
I think I'm missing some. Pritchard. Okay, yeah, so that's not a top 60 player. But dude, that guy found a new role. Just come in and hit half
court assassin.
Yeah.
He should have Hall of Fame what's it called? Like
Microwave?
Deep Threat or
Microwave?
No, like Deep Threat or space whatever it's called. I don't know.
I do think, though, even though they were historically great on offense, I do think a lot of that came from their defense. So I do think, teams have been leaning more offense. The whole league has been for, 15 years. I think if you can take away anything, it's that good defense from this playoffs. Minnesota, Boston can still get you where you need to go. And that is important to me because all 3 of Detroit Pistons championships have come off the backs of defense. This team needs to have elite defense in order to be a contender. That's just the way our city is. If you look at a lot of the teams around the league, decades apart, these franchises win championships, but the blueprint is almost always the same for them. It's
Chris.
So I think that's the blueprint for the Pistons.
To that point, real quick, you just can't hand check anymore, and you can't play the defense like these teams used to do it.
Well,
so
yeah,
I don't know if that's how
Boston.
you're gonna...
But look what Boston did.
played great defense.
Kyrie and Luka are 2 of the best isolation scorers in the game, and they struggled mightily this series. Don't let the media fool you. This isn't all because Kyrie isn't liked in Boston. That's not why he was playing bad. It was some excellent defense on him too. That was part of it.
Drew Holiday helps.
They have 4 amazing
Yeah,
perimeter defenders with Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum, and they can all shoot the ball at a high level. You don't have that on the Pistons. You've got 2 guys who can defend on the perimeter if you're the Pistons. And that's Cade and Oscar Thompson. And Oscar Thompson can't be on the court because he shoots 13%. The key of winning in the NBA is the same as it has been since the three-point line was established. It's shoot the three well and defend at a high level. If you do that, you will win games in the NBA. The Pistons didn't do either of those last year, so they were the worst team in the NBA. You can't have guys on the court that can't defend. You can't have guys on the court that can't shoot the three. Every single player on the Boston Celtics roster can defend and shoot the three. That's why they won games. That's why they won the championship. And that's what the Pistons need to lean towards. You can't have these guys who can't defend and can't shoot the three out there. You can't have black holes in the lineup on defense like Bogey and Burks out there at the same time. Guys that can't do anything, can't stop anybody, but can shoot the three. And then on the opposite side, you've got black holes on defense that can't stop anybody. Black holes on offense that can't shoot or can't score. Like Jaden Ivey and like Oscar Thompson. Jaden Ivey can score a little bit. He's not nearly as bad as Oscar Thompson. But you need guys that can do both. Like Jaden Ivey can score and run an offense, but he can't play defense. Oscar Thompson can play lockdown defense, but he can't score any offense. You need a combination of both. You need guys that can play both sides of the court. This isn't football. You don't play one way and then swap out for another guy. You need guys that play the entire game. And the Pistons have, right now, one guy on their team that plays both ways, and that's Cade Cunningham. Nobody else on this team can defend and score at the same level. Nobody. Not Duran, not Ivy, not Osor, not anybody. Cade Cunningham is the only player on this team that can defend at a high level and score at a high level.
That's exactly the shit I was saying about the Jaden Ivey pick, and I was just fucking crucified for it. That's like, if you're going to be 6'3", you either got to be elite from three or elite on D or some sort of combination of both. I was fucking crucified for it.
Yeah.
Long and behold, worst fucking record of franchise history. That's what you're looking at. But that's my takeaway from this championship run for the Boston Celtics is like, yes, what I've been asking for the entire fucking time. And I'll admit that Matthew isn't like what I thought he could be defensively. However, he does give a little bit of effort, and he is a better three-point shooter than Jaden Ivey. But the three-point defense, that's all I asked for. That's why I wanted Keegan Murray. Obviously not so great at defense, but at least he can spread the floor for you, shoot the three. That's what I noticed, and that's a philosophy of Joe, right? He says, I don't give a fuck. Put up the three-point shots. Enough of you guys are efficient enough where as long as we're hitting them, we're going to win the game. And he doesn't discourage anybody from shooting beyond the arc. You have an amazing facilitator, what I think could be an amazing facilitator in Cade Cunningham. I'm going to take the amazing away just because of the turnover problem he seems to be having right now. But he damn sure can spread the ball. And if you get guys who can spread the floor around him and shoot,
the turnovers are going to go down. If you have legitimate threats from the outside, the turnovers will go down because they can't crowd him as much and put as many hands in the
He
lane.
also has some silly-ass ones.
Yeah, he does have some stupid turnovers.
But that's my takeaway, I guess. The build that I want to see around Cade Cunningham, the Detroit Pistons move forward. It's just what I've been wanting the entire fucking time. Shooting and defense. Shooting and defense. That's all I fucking wanted.
And to quickly add to that, Easy, one point is that the reason defense is so important is because three-point is such a variance. Joe Mazzulla gives them the green light. Boston was shooting under 40% from three for almost this entire series until this game. So they stuck with it. They said, hey, look, the defense bought them enough time to offset the terrible three-point shooting. So if you build your foundation on good defense, look at Minnesota. Minnesota's got a bunch of guys coming into this season. You're like, I don't know how good they are from three. But those guys caught fire for several games in the playoffs, and that got them the win. That plus Ant being the star that he is. Like, three-point will always be a variance. Unless you're the top of the top shooters, there will be a variance. You will have series where you shoot terrible. Look at Luka, shot terrible in the first round, and then in the first round and a half, really, and then came back. And the finals. So yeah, and the finals. So it comes and goes with even some of the best of them. So you need to build your foundation on defense first.
The other piece of it too, in Boston, a little bit different too, because you guys make great points that they do have guys that are probably in the top 60 of the entire NBA, entirety of it. However, they played amazing team ball because they had faith and trust in one another too. Yeah, of course. Like the amount of ball movement. It reminded me a little bit of the Spurs, and I don't want to say the Pistons, but it's true team basketball. Yeah. You reason why you could debate who was going to be MVP because three of those guys were balling. Because everyone was given a share.
Everybody on their team can shoot. Literally, when Al Horford's playing the five, or when Kristaps Porzingis is playing the five, Every single player on that court can shoot and shoot efficiently. So you can't, stop it. You double team a guy, he kicks it over to a 35, 37% three-point shooter wide open. I would love if the Pistons had that problem. But unfortunately, they don't. They have too many black holes on their roster, either on offense or on defense, because everybody on the Celtics also defends at a high level.
I think everybody in the league is obviously looking for that shooting and defense. How do you acquire it then for a team that is so bad with young pieces? Are you willing to sell, obviously extremely low on these pieces, maybe pair of a couple of them up, even with that pick, to get a guy that's elite at both of these things?
You don't draft Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, you know,
you know what he is talent-wise. You find a team that wants that, and then you grab whatever shooting pieces and draft picks to acquire those. That's what you don't do.
And you don't draft 3 guys in the first round that none of them are starters. One of them's completely out of the league. One's a black hole on defense and one's a black hole on offense. You need to draft complete players. Trajan Langdon does a great job of drafting complete players, guys who can play on both sides of the court. Troy Weaver was awful at that. Awful, terrible at drafting guys who could play on both sides of the court. He drafted one, and that's Cade Cunningham with the number 1 overall pick.
Alan W., you're my guy. I love you. The Boston Celtics were, if not the favorites, the second favorites to make it out of the East.
They were the best team in the NBA all year. They had the best record.
They were the favorites, betting favorites to win it.
I'm not looking at the path they had there, albeit they got to stay healthy, and that's obviously a big part of it too. But I'm not looking at the path they had there as a knock against them. They were a good team. They were just in the finals 2 years ago. In the Eastern Conference Finals the year Miami went, they're a good team.
I would take the Bucks. If the Bucks were healthy, I would take them in a series against the Celtics.
That's the one team I said too in the conversation.
Maybe
the Bucks.
They would still have beaten the Knicks. They would have beaten the Pacers still. But the Bucks are the only team that, if they were healthy, they would have beaten the Sixers, because Joel Embiid chokes in the playoffs every year. So
Wisdom says, I don't get the Ivy hate. I'm not even finished reading the rest of it. It's not hate. It's just a fit. It's a matter of fit.
It's a fit, yeah. Ivy is a guy who is ball dominant, and he needs the ball in his hands, and the Pistons are a better team when Cade Cunningham is the ball dominant guard. And Ivy is much less efficient when he is on the wing catching and shooting. If he could play defense at a high level and shoot how he does right now, I'd be fine with it. He shoots, I think he shot 33% or something like that last year from 3. If he could shoot like that while playing good defense, that's great. But you can't shoot like that and not play defense at all. If he didn't play defense at all, you got to be a 40+% three-point shooter.
So. We have to go to break. I apologize. I just saw a comment from somebody. I read the rest of that comment actually from Keys. And to be fair, it is cousin Keys, so I probably should expect these things. But saying that Ivy's a better three-point shooter than Cade, where you guys at with that one?
No, he's not.
Literally not by a percentage. It's not even close. Especially that second half of the season when Cade got going. Ivy had a 7-game stretch where he didn't miss a 3. Awesome stretch. But again, shooting comes and goes. Build your team on defense, because as you can see, Ivy could get hot for a week and then be ice cold the next.
Yeah. I think Cade 35, 36% this year?
35, yeah, 35.5. I just looked at it.
Ivy was 33?
I'm gonna say this. I don't think Ivy's shot is broken. I really don't. Maybe this new guy, if we do end up keeping him, can fix some things for him and Asar Thompson.
But he's never gonna be that catch and shoot guy. In the offense, Jaden Ivey will never be the catch and shoot guy. That's not when he's at his best. When he's at his best is when he's downhill attacking and distributing, and that's not what you need next to Cade Cunningham. And Cade Cunningham is a better player. You're going to build your team around Cade Cunningham, not Jaden Ivey.
So who's the guys on Vincent's resume that he's getting the credit for building their shot?
Lonzo Ball.
Mainly Lonzo Ball. Herb Jones wasn't projected to be a good shooter.
Jose Alvarado.
Trey Murphy is awesome. What was the name you said?
Jose Alvarado.
Oh, yeah. Alvarado, yeah.
Didn't he come in as a shooter?
No, he shot bad his first year.
Yeah,
and
I think
shot
29% or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Herbert Jones. Wow. Big jump for him.
Remember, this is the guy that is consistently ranked over Cade Cunningham. Herb Jones we're talking about.
41% this year. On only 3 attempts, but still.
No, Herb Jones is legit, and Trey Murphy is also legit. I think Trey Murphy never struggled coming into a game, but another former Pelican we got to get. I'm going to keep hammering it home. Najee Marshall.
I'm checking him out.
Najee Marshall. Yeah. He's a discount Trey Murphy, I'm telling you. That guy's a steal.
Mark Royal says Cade isn't a catch and shoot guy either. Exactly.
Well, you want the ball in his hands.
That's exactly what we're saying.
Yeah.
Neither of them are. So you'd rather have the ball in the hands of the better player. Like, you'd rather have a guy next to him who is a catch and shoot guy. That's the whole point, is they're not a great fit. Because they both really are the best at their best when they have the ball in their hands and they're operating an offense.
And just because I'm a Cade stan, he's a better catch and shoot.
He's better.
Yeah, he is better, but he's still.
But he's not.
He's still not good.
Yeah, he's not a great catch.
Not great. There you go. That's what I should have used. All right. Tell us about Guardian Alarm.
Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night. No Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Dispensaries local cannabis plug for a reason. They got 6 locations more across the great state of Michigan. They got the best atmosphere for curated cannabis. They got the best deals on curated cannabis, and they got the best and most knowledgeable bud tenders when it comes to curated cannabis. It's Dispo Dispensary local cannabis plug. You must be 21 up and older to participate. If you can't make it there, then make it to you with Dispo Dash. It's Dispo, your local cannabis plug. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live at WoodSports.com. Your boy Easy, joined by Spimo Rax.
Hello.
Young Chris Nicholas Kohloff.
Let's go.
A.K.A. Microwave Mario. We got Caleb in the building as well.
Wait.
Smash the like
Caleb
button. Be a friend, tell a
Sass.
friend. Caleb Sass.
I'm sending something. I'm sending something right now in the group chat. We gotta read this.
We got fire ass Lions topics, but I'm just in the Pistons mode now.
Yeah, watching that yesterday was like the first thing I thought was Little Caesars Arena. When it eventually happens,
Never gonna happen.
That place is it's gonna happen eventually. You got Cade Cunningham. It's gonna happen eventually. That place is gonna explode.
Hell yeah,
Tom
Caleb.
Gores.
Give me like a year. You guys are thinking, like realistically, that you think will be ready.
47.
What if Trey John's the man? What if
1,047.
he's Brad Holmes?
Whatever year Tom Gores decides to sell.
Okay, yeah, I can understand that.
It hurts, bro. It's not fun to say.
You guys hold on.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, maybe Trajan Langdon, Shepardone, Limdrum, he gets it done. But
Wubble over dub. Listen, look
they
at
no
this,
longer
guys.
get the benefit of the doubt for me.
This thing I'm about to put up here is a breaking news from ESPN. This is wild.
New Jersey State, right?
Oh, dude,
Jersey
hell
State
yeah.
betting regulators
Karjitsu's sweet.
approve a new-
Have you seen it?
No, I've never seen
Oh,
that.
dude, Karjitsu's
it.
dope.
I couldn't do it.
Have you seen it?
I'd have a fucking panic attack.
It's really dope. It's like the guys are doing jujitsu while sitting in a car. So you start off like sitting in the driver's seat in the
You
passenger
use
seat,
seatbelts and shit.
and you can use anything.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's dope.
That's crazy.
It's fun to watch.
Well, you guys want to call in, talk Pistons, call in, talk Pistons. Otherwise, I'm moving on to the Lions. Any other Pistons statements you guys would like to make before we move on?
Jason Tatum's a bitch.
DNC ENT is his wholehearted belief that the Caden Ivey stuff's it's not going to work, brother. It's just not. So, at least definitely not to the degree where you're going to contend for a championship.
Yeah. Ivy can be on a championship team with Cade Cunningham, but he can't be the number 2 or the number 3 on that team. Like, he has to be, you know, again, like I brought up yesterday, a Jordan Clarkson type, Lou Will type of player, like a energized sixth man, carry the second unit. That works very well. But as far as like an actual like cornerstone to Cade Cunningham, he can't be that.
Fellas, Cade Cunningham, Ivy, Fontecchio, OG, and Duren. Does it do anything for you? Those 5.
Yeah, we keep talking about
Don't get rid
defensive
of
shooting.
Asar now.
OG's the man.
Yeah.
OG's the man for that.
Yeah.
As long as he stays healthy.
Yeah, I'm saying Asar is not in the starting lineup in this.
Okay. I just know you're ready to get rid of him, so I just want to make sure he's still on the roster.
I'm saying that's 2 shooters. You got Fontecchio and OG in the lineup. Cade, Ivy, OG, Fontecchio, and Duren. And OG would be playing the 4 in like a small ball type 4 spot where he could be shooting and guarding the 4 as well.
I mean, they'd be better.
They'd be a lot better.
You're not going to win a championship with Cade and Ivy as like your guys.
Yeah. Again, as you wanted
Chris used to be on the opposite side of this argument. So can we concede? Please. I guess, you guys are making decisions for the Pistons, but like, what are we waiting for?
Just wanted your thoughts on that. Like, more shooting around it.
It's a better
that we haven't seen built before.
How do you expect Ivy to be effective? I mean, you see him just transitioning to that catch and shooter.
Well, I can see him getting better at it because he's young, but I've seen this dude take over games at LCA in the past. Like, he is so fast and dynamic with his first step, where I think he has unworldly like athleticism that a lot of guys, like probably 95% of the NBA, is more athletic than in his first step, and I think that's so special where it's tough to give up on it. And yeah, the fit right now with Cade is devastating. 28 games straight losing. 28 straight losses, devastating, but I don't know. I just think there's so much potential with Ivy.
I'm just going to say it right now. If Russell Westbrook couldn't win a championship with Kevin Durant, then Jaden Ivey's not going to win one with Cade Cunningham.
True that, yeah. I mean, great point.
Like,
I would kill it for a playoff.
Best case scenario. You talk about De'Aaron Fox. Best case scenario would be Russell Westbrook for Jaden Ivey. That's what it would be.
Fox could shoot a little bit.
Russ could at first too, and then it kind of fell off.
Yeah. It's the exact same. Like, Russ can. It's just very inconsistent.
Yeah,
and that's why I believe. I mean, maybe unless Fred Vincent can fix it.
Yeah,
sure, but I don't see it being there. I see him, like you said, Russ Westbrook. Again, I think that's been like the pro comp for him at times too.
A shooting coach can do a lot, and obviously we've seen it, and we're hoping to see it here. But you can't count on a shooting coach to. You can't draft a player and then count on a shooting coach to get him to where he needs to be. That's just an added bonus. So again, Ivy can be on a championship team. He just can't be the number 2 next to Cade Cunningham. If he's in a smaller, reduced role, he can be fine, and he can, like you said, he can take over that quarter, like you said, Nick.
Chase Amley. Russell is a point guard. Ivy is a shooting guard. Ivy is best at point guard. That's what we're saying. Yeah. That's what we've been explaining the whole time. Is that he's playing shooting guard, but he should be a point guard. Because he's best on the court when he has the ball in his hands and he's running the offense. That's what we're saying. That's literally what we're saying. Is he's being forced to play shooting guard next to Cade Cunningham, but he's better when he is a point guard.
And then one other thing too, because I respect this guy, DNC, ENT. People were saying the same thing about Tatum and Jaylen Brown. No. If they were stupid, idiotic, dumbass people. That is a team. If I'm not mistaken, either his rookie or sophomore season was playing the Eastern Conference Finals. With Tatum and Brown.
But those two weren't near the best players.
Nobody said they could not work with the head of fucking brain.
And they
made it to the dance.
I'll say
very
this.
early.
I'll say
they
this.
always had a point guard
early.
their whole career.
Yeah.
There's so much more like actual like proof and evidence of potential of them working than there was not working. Like I said, Cade and Ivy just gave you the worst fucking season in franchise history. That duo got you to the Eastern Conference Championship in their sophomore rookie years. Like, that's not the same. That's not the same conversation here.
I mean,
anybody that was saying that was stupid.
They always had more talent. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying that easy. I can confirm there was a lot of people out there. I was never on that train, but there was a lot of people about the fit.
For fucking topic sakes, but it's not. There's no reality where it exists.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But again, you know what also helps them? They don't have the cleanest fit. They really don't. If you're looking on paper, they don't have the cleanest fit. But you know what helps? Again, having 4 other top 60 players. Like, so sometimes talent can do a lot.
Maybe that's where it makes sense.
God in the Woodward Sports Chat. Cade ain't gonna be like a Booker or Luka. Booker and Luka are two completely different players. Like Booker would be a great fit next to Cade Cunningham, an amazing fit next to Cade Cunningham. Booker would be he'd be a better fit next to Luka than Kyrie. Yeah. Like I would love if he had a Booker next. Booker and Luka are two completely different players. Cade's much more like Luka than he is Booker. Cade is afraid of Chick-fil-A though, Brad Hendricks. That's true.
Their average points per game, DNC. I mean, I don't want to sit here and argue this because we got a show to do. That doesn't. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals, brother. I don't give a fuck what they average points per game.
And they're a small forward.
When they're in their sophomore to fucking rookie seasons and they're in the Eastern Conference Finals, there's no conversation to be had. There's way more foresight of that working out than not.
And that fit is much easier to compile. The Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, that small forward shooting guard fit is much easier to make work when you have a point guard your entire career like Isaiah Thomas, Kemba Walker, Kyrie Irving, and now Drew Holiday to help. Like it's a much easier fit to force together. Like they're two giant wings who can shoot and defend. Yeah. They're gonna do well together.
Like I'm just saying. There may have been people saying that, but there was no ground to stand on, in my opinion.
I mean, the ground was to them that they hadn't gotten a championship yet, despite all that talent. But I was always in that camp, Easy.
There wasn't ground because the foresight said they did work. If you're a team that's in the Eastern Conference Finals and then again in the finals, or you're just in the running every single year, the foresight is this has a chance of working. They're just young. As I said at the beginning of the finals, when the point Nick was making too, LeBron didn't win one to 27, Jordan didn't win one to 28. It's just like
I agree.
Maturation in the game sometimes is a part of it. We see it with the greats.
You just know how the media is. Once you win 50 games and get to a first round of the playoffs, all of a sudden now you're expected to, if you don't win a championship, you're now, what's wrong with you?
Yes, exactly. That's actually exactly what it is. Let's get in the Lions though. Pistons suck. I'm not as depressed talking about them though. Weirdly enough,
because I kind of gave up.
Is off-season hope?
Until
it's fun to have a possibility to like reshape this team.
Now,
will they actually do it good? That's a whole nother discussion. But like, it's fun to actually like play GM and
I'm surprised the Cade deal hasn't been announced yet.
Matas.
Yeah, me too.
Come to Detroit.
Oh man, you want another non-shooter?
No, he's an tell him client, bro. Yeah. Come on.
Oh, I want
pick it up.
What's his name? The French dude, French light-skinned dude.
Killian.
Just get real.
Maybe I don't want him now. I can't think of his name.
I don't want any other French players on the Pistons.
Zachary's. What's his last name?
Richeche.
I wouldn't mind Reed Shepherd and then trading Ivy for a 4 or a 3.
What's Shepherd's ceiling? Tyler Hero.
JJ
Redick.
I guess one.
There's a real chance he could go number 1.
Okay, I was about to ask that.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna. I put out that I wanted. I think I tagged you and Nick actually. Because you don't have to be tagged anymore. That I wanted Richeche at 5, but then I looked at a mock and he was like number 1, and I felt stupid putting him at 5. But now I'm seeing Shepherd out. I've seen it's just such a shuffle.
Yeah, it's because it's the worst draft in the past 10 years, and it's not even close.
So when's he go? Is he going? Does he have a chance to like land?
He's going to be a top 5 pick.
It's all about who is willing to trade to what. Like Atlanta's going to probably trade the number 1 pick because ultimately, like, there's Donovan Clean could go 1. Like, Reed Shepherd could go 1.
Alex Sarr,
yeah. There's so many possibilities, and so now it's created. It's like football where it's like you got to trade up to get your guy. So.
Reed Shepherd showed in college at Kentucky that he can defend and shoot at a high level. So
except against Oakland, shout out.
Except against Oakland for sure. But every team in the NBA wants that. That's what you do. That's how you win in the NBA. The Celtics just showed that. You defend and shoot at a high level. Shout out JJ, dude.
Who's worse, Pistons or Tigers? Pistons by far.
Pistons by far, not even close. Tigers aren't going to be the worst team in the MLB.
Yeah, they're just boring and
Tigers are like. The Tigers right now are like the Andre Drummond Pistons. Like maybe they sneak into the playoffs and they'll get swept in the first round.
That's fair.
Who's Blake Griffin?
Riley Green.
Scooble.
No, at least we paid those guys, Spenny. They might not have been the right guys, but
yeah.
Jesus.
Give me Josh Smith. Oh God. All right. Let me tell you about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane.
Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. You can stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
just happy to see me. See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences, the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 plus years with 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Who's working the board today? Stevie Wonder? What happened? What changed in there? Is it? I don't know. There's
They said they got it back. Like the echo's gone.
Sound is super low on commercials.
Is what it is. All right, moving on. We're talking Detroit Lions. We're just picking on you, Nick. Keep your head up, bud. We don't hate you that much.
Oh, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull up the 9.
Don't pull up the 9. All right. I got it in here, and it's not the most exciting thing to talk about, but it is breaking news. We got 2 things of breaking news. One actually is news, so I'll start with that.
You want it? All right.
I'll let you decide.
Sorry. Let's just do the kicker thing because I got something funny to say, and we only got 9 minutes left.
The Detroit Lions cut former Michigan kicker James Turner, and they signed Master Bates.
2-year deal.
Not a lot of guaranteed money in the 2-year deal, but he is signed 2 years. He chose the Lions. The Lions chose him. They decided to part ways with James Turner. The Turner stuff surprised me a little bit though, because according to media reports, he was the better kicker between the two. Of he and Badgley.
Yeah, you know what's a Neil thing of on brand? You know, he says like, oh, it's so on brand for you to do that. Or when he like acts like a snooty guy, he's like, oh, it's on brand for me.
Yeah.
The most on brand thing I've ever seen was fucking Maz today when they were talking about it. He was like, I'm kind of mad. I wanted to see a 3-man kicker battle in camp. I was like, man, come on, man. One kicker battle is enough. We don't need a fucking 3-man kicker battle. He was like upset about it. He was like, they shouldn't have done it. I wanted to see a 3-person kicker battle.
Triple threat.
I was like, man, come on, dude. You don't need it. KG made a good point, though.
Okay.
And something that we alluded to earlier with the new kickoff rules. If you got Master Bates in there, that's a guy who can hit from 60. So if you get the ball at the 35-yard line, that's 2 first downs, and you're in his range. So if you need a quick score, you need to win the game quick, just get down there.
Yeah.
This is an efficient offense at getting first downs. It's a weapon to have a guy who can hit from 60. You just got to get it on the other half of the field, and then you are possibly in his range. So it can make scoring in a hurry really easily.
No, that's a phenomenal point. I guess I was just more surprised by Badgley being the guy to survive between he and Turner, just because we read some of the blurbs and it was just like one piece we read from Wicked Awesome last week.
The One Piece is real.
But we read from Tim Twentyman to Jeremy Risen, who I spoke with today, and just trying to get a feel for like what was going on when they were there. And no, it was Turner that was making the majority of those kicks when media was open. Now, to be fair, obviously there's been more practices and media was only there for like the Thursdays during those mini camp sessions. So maybe Badgley had the benefit of the doubt in those situations.
Well, I mean, I think he's got the longer leash because they know him. He's been around. They've had him as their kicker for a year and a half. Like, he's their guy. They paid him.
Yeah.
So
it's a part of it for sure.
Yeah.
Because if you have expectations like the Lions do coming into this season, I don't know how much you want to rely on 2 rookies. Although the 49ers did it last year. But didn't Moody miss one in the Super Bowl? Or am I tripping? I know he struggled during the regular season.
Did he miss one against us? That's what I kind of remember in the first half.
No, I think it was the Super Bowl. I think it was the Super Bowl. Moody struggled. Yeah.
I know the Browns beat them, and Moody had like multiple opportunities to score. But that's regular season. I'm talking about the Super Bowl. Maybe you don't want that to happen, so you want a more experienced guy who sees. I will say this, though. Badgley in itself didn't make the team last year initially. Remember, he was competing against Patterson, got cut, stashed away in the practice squad. Then he moved them up. So there may be still some hope for Turner for Michigan fans, with people like me who just thought he was better in camp or read that he was better. I mean, what is your guys' reactions, Caleb?
I mean, about Bates, if he could hit from 60, that turns those like 4th and 3s right inside of the 50-yard line that Dan Campbell would usually go for. That might be 3 points now. You know, most of the time we converted on those 4th and 3s. But you look at the playoff game last year, there's a couple 4th downs we didn't convert, and we just need a kicker we can trust. And I don't think they trust Badgley that much last year in the postseason. So I like it. Master Bates. Let's go. Gonna love to hear those chants in
Hell yeah.
I think the biggest thing for me with Bates is you can steal 3 points at the end of a half extremely easy now. Instead of taking that knee, like I guess KG said earlier, which I did not hear, but think about just a 20-yard seam route up the middle to Laporta. 12 seconds left. You get the ball, timeout. Give Jake Bates a chance instead of just taking the knee before that. And to your point about Moody, he actually went 3 for 3 in the Super Bowl, but he missed an extra point. And then he did miss one field goal against the Lions.
Yeah, I saw he missed the extra point.
He started off rough. Yeah, he definitely started off rough the year, but he came to at the end of it.
But when it comes to stealing those points, I'm thinking against at Houston or like an at Dallas. Like that's where you are going to need like to maybe get one to go here and there. And I think Jake Bates, to have this on your team as a weapon, it's only going to benefit you, I think.
I agree.
I'm watching right now. I'm pretty sure the ball was tipped for Jake Moody, but he missed it.
That was he had a lot blocked at the beginning of the year too. I think it's because he like kicks
he's missing
too or something like that, and it gets tipped a lot.
These could be wrong. I'm looking at Michigan Panthers stats. He was 7 for 7,
Bates
40 to 49, and then 50 plus. He was 6 for 10. 30 to 39, he was 2 for 3. 20 to 29, he was 2 for 2.
So it was like 77%.
So yeah,
right?
Yeah,
yeah,
and
it's the same as Badgley, but he has a stronger leg.
95% of his misses were from 50 plus though. So.
What were the 50 yards ones?
6 for 10.
6 for 10.
Yeah, and then he only missed one other field goal outside of those ones.
What was it? The range from that one?
On which one?
Just the ones he missed. Just one more time.
He missed one from 30 to 39, and then was 7 for 7, 40 to 49.
And 50 to 6 to 10.
Yeah,
and then 6 for 10, 50.
And he had what, like 3 60-yarders or something like that. Like, yeah.
His long was
guys,
64.
I understand we want to see a
accurate
a competition, but like this is Jake Bates' job.
Well, we don't even get to see. You think so?
Yeah.
See, I put it. I don't know if I sent it
because the only reason that Dan Campbell is going to use his kicker is if there's 4 seconds left and they're on the 63-yard line. He's like, shit, we need to boot one, and Badgley can't do that. Bates can at least do, like, the only reason that they're going to be like, all right, bring out the kicker, we're kicking the field goal, is if it's, 4th and 12 or whatever, or there's 2 seconds left and they have a shot to win the game.
I don't know his job. I think it's a true competition.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's going to be, but I'm saying, like, you can chalk it up for Bates.
I think it was Justin Rogers, shout out, who put it out there. It's like, yeah, you signed 2-year deal, but there was, like, only 100,000 guaranteed in it.
Yeah, it was 150,000 guaranteed, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not set in stone. He's just more in competition.
Runyon makes a good point. Bates and Betts are not long shots. Watch.
Not long shots.
Matthew Betts has a sack in the Super Bowl to get the ball back, and then Jake Bates hits the walk-off 60-yarder.
Man, my anxiety be through the roof of the Lions Super Bowl was
decided on the foot of Jake Bates.
He becomes 60 yards in general.
He becomes the new Adam Vinatieri.
That'd be crazy.
How do you guys see the transition going from obviously that league that he was playing in to the NFL, where you're gonna get packed stadiums majority of the time, especially when you're playing the Lions, the way they travel on the road? Like, he's gonna have packed stadiums.
I was thinking that's probably one of the reasons why they went with him is that Turner did it at the collegiate level, but like in a pro aspect, Bates
where did he go to
kind of delivered.
He went to Arkansas.
Arkansas.
So, yeah, he's playing the SEC. He's been in hostile.
I don't know. I don't think he kicked in college, though. That's the thing. He was a soccer player that came over for kickoffs, long distance kicker.
First team SEC Honors League in 2022. But that was for kickoffs.
Yeah.
So no,
I think he's extremely raw, fellas. Like I think this dude just has a power leg, and I mean, hopefully we can turn him into an absolute weapon like a Justin Tucker Justin Tucker. Like that'd be so sick to have here, like a weapon as a kicker. Like we've been waiting for that since Jason Hansen, and he couldn't even hit him from like deep.
5'10", 202. He can play slot too if Saint goes down.
Well, when we get back, speaking of Saint, we're talking about Saint Brown, a new receiving mate possibly.
Ooh.
But not before I tell you guys.
I don't want to talk about this shit.
By Randy Wise. Grab your celebrities and your golf equipment and head on down to Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. This is some of the nicest course Michigan has to offer. It's a Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Check in with us and Randy Wise for your opportunity to join the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home?
Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Metro Detroit. Locations are popping up all over Michigan, known for their hand-battered, hand-breaded chicken tenders, delicious chicken sandwiches, New York-style pizza. Make sure you tap in at any mega station near you or go to Sorokis.com to figure out where you can get some of this great food. Sorokis! When do you know when the next when the boys drops? Is it
tomorrow?
Ryan said it's like Wednesday at 3 a.m. So like basically Thursday.
It's Thursday, yeah. Wednesday at 3 a.m. is Thursday.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, well, we got the game tonight. You got wide receiver coming out here soon too. You got. Do you want to link up for the Wolverine and Deadpool movie?
Do you want to go see it?
Yeah. Isn't that coming out here soon too?
Yeah. Dude, I'm so fucking turned off of anything that Disney does.
That's true. Did it make Frenchie gay and the boys too, though?
Yeah, but that's. I mean.
Oh, Deadpool is weird to me. Like I want to like it more than I do. It feels a little like cringe at times, but then sometimes it's funny.
That's fair. Either way, back to Detroit Lions.
I'm kind of interested in it.
Well, you weren't invited, Chris.
Yeah, we didn't ask you.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing.
You definitely will.
I definitely wasn't trying to like fish an invite or anything.
Season 4 has been sick, Griffin. I agree. I'd liked it, even though they made Frenchie gay.
Show. It's a phenomenal show. There's a graphic out per Woodward Sports at Woodward Sports. Well, I'm on all social media platforms, and this is one that's sent to me by our guy Travis.
Yeah,
Brett Coleman, a guy I respect highly in the football content community.
He's from Underdog.
Yeah, he's from Underdog.
Underdog's a good.
They are great
shout
brand.
out Underdog.
Yeah,
but he tweeted today because Brandon Ayuk, obviously the trade allegations. You saw the clip of him talking to I think it was I'm terrible with names. You have to help me out. Quarterback of the Commanders,
Jane Daniels.
Thank you. That they don't want him back anymore. And so Brett Coleman responds, says, I know Ayuk to the Commanders is the hot speculative trade. But what about this? Ayuk to Detroit for Jameson Williams plus a pick.
No.
With all due respect.
No. Hard pass.
To Brandon Ayuk. He's good.
He's a dog.
He's a very fruitful offense.
Yeah, he is.
All right, he's one that's kind of benefited other guys in the past too. Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders is a dog too.
Bourne. Good. But like what level, you know what I'm saying? Like
Brandon Ayuk is the best receiver on that offense.
By far.
And he is a dog for sure.
Jameson Williams has a purpose on this offense.
And you'd have to pay Brandon Ayuk so much money.
Exactly. Like an offense as particular as Ben Johnson's, where he's lining up in literally the same formation, just giving you different stuff out of it every single time. You don't think that there's like plays built in specifically for a guy in Jameson Williams? And Ben Johnson's offense, where everybody gets their share and they get a play that works out for them. You don't think that he's there for a reason? The same way we talk about DJ Reader opening things up for Jack Campbell, that opening things up for the safeties and the secondary and whatnot, and the domino effect. Jameson Williams offers that same thing on the offensive side of the ball. When you have him into that third level, phenomenal players, by the way.
Yes.
And Laporta, Amon-Ra, Gibbs, to eat in the intermediate space. Like, he's here for a reason. I respect Brett Coleman, but to just gloss or skip over that is crazy.
And the money, it's not going to work with the money. That, like, even if you wanted it to happen, if you wanted to do this, if you thought it was a good trade, it would never work financially. You can't do it. Like Cousin Keys says, you can't max out 2 wide receivers. That's why Cincinnati is going to have to trade T. Higgins. Like, it's going to happen like that. You just paid your 3 cornerstone players max contract. I know there isn't a max contract, but basically max contracts. You can't do that for another wide receiver. As I like Brandon Ayuk a lot. I like him as a receiver. I like what he brings to the table. He's a freak athlete. He has amazing route running and great hands. But no, you can't pay him. You would never do that because you'd have to pay him $25-30 million a year, and you can't do that for another receiver.
It's just, and again, I think it's just very intentional. I think Brad Holmes used that word when he's talking about like selecting these players. I think Jameson Williams, he's a very intentional pick. He gives you that third part of the offense that you don't really have access to, that we expect them to have access to this season with Jared Goff. They're on like a little bit of chemistry or whatever you want to use. I'm kind of just talking. I'm passionate. It's kind of crazy to me, and that's not even like me saying Jameson Williams is gonna be elite, Pro Bowler, All Pro, or anything like that.
Right now,
he's here for a reason.
Yeah. As of right now, Brandon Ayuk is the better receiver in the NFL, and I don't think that is questionable. But Jameson Williams, his potential is higher than Brandon Ayuk. Jameson Williams, you have him on a deal with a 5th-year rookie option. Like, that's not something you give up for a guy who has the potential that he does. We all think he is going to blow up and be a dog this year. I expect that to be a similar theme throughout the rest of his career. Like, the guy is going to be an absolute weapon. We've seen him already, break games offensively for the Lions where they have to pay. Like I said, he's got that speed where you got to worry about him, and that makes the middle so much easier to attack because you've got him over top. Now, Brandon Ayuk can do those things as well. He's broken games down the field and down the sideline with his speed and over the top, but he is going to be so expensive. Why would you give up a guy who's still got 3 years left on his deal, 2 years left on his deal?
3 year.
At like,
because he was a first rounder.
$4 million a year to pay a guy 27 plus. Like, no, you would never do that. Especially after just paying Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell and Jared Goff. You're gonna have to pay Hutch soon. You're gonna have to pay, you would never do this.
I'm 100% out on this. I think Spenny just made a great point. You got J-Mo for 3 more years, and you think about doing the trade with the enemy. First off, I don't like the looks of that at all. Giving Jameson Williams to Kyle Shanahan to use in that San Francisco offense. Think about the things that they would do with J-Mo. It's some of the things that we're going to see this year with Jameson Williams after a full training camp. He's going to get unleashed this season, and yeah, Ayuk's looking for 30-ish million. Like, I'm not touching anywhere near that right now, especially after you get it.
You literally can't. You honestly, you cannot, unless it's just this year and that's all you're worried about, which is something we've talked about, but I don't think that this would be the all-in move you would do, especially giving up Jameson Williams for that. No. You can't do that because you can't extend him. So if you're trading for Brandon Ayuk, it's literally just for this year, and you don't give up J-Mo for a 1-year rental.
Yeah, I don't even think he fits the dynamics of like what I expect J-Mo to bring to this offense too. I'm not even talking about just pure production, just exactly what I said. Intentional, just the fact that he's going to spread the field a little bit more, open up those things underneath where, hey, Jared Goff, we talked about it yesterday, second in the league in 20-plus yard passes, where he eats in the middle of the field. Like, that's what J-Mo's here for. I don't see Ayuk offer that same, that same value in that aspect. And the other thing too is, again, not disrespect to Ayuk, but he's kind of that tier of guys who just like, They're good, and if they're a good situation, they're gonna look great. But I'm not paying him that much money. I don't think he's worth giving up J-Mo in a pick. He's just not that.
I do think he's worth the amount of money that he's going to get. I really like Brandon Ayuk as a player.
I think that's why they got those 2 wide receivers, and they're cool.
Well, they're not going to pay him. They can't. They already paid too many people. They're in the same situation we are. They already have too many people paid that they can't pay him that much.
But I just don't think he's worth that to begin with. And obviously they're pretty comfortable in like moving on from him.
Well, you have to.
You have to. You can't lose him for nothing.
You literally have to. The Chiefs were comfortable moving on from Tyreek Hill. Like I'm not saying he's on the level of Tyreek Hill, but I'm just saying when you can't pay somebody, you can't pay somebody flat out, and they cannot afford him. They already paid Christian McCaffrey, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, like Deebo Samuel. There's already way too much money invested on that team to pay a wide receiver $30 million.
Lims31, the Woodward Sports Chat, brings another great point that I didn't make either. J-Mo is instrumental in keeping the safeties off the run game as well. He will be.
And again, Ayuk can do that too. He takes the top off of defenses for sure. But
Caleb,
too much money.
Yeah, I just think the ceiling's too high for J-Mo. I mean, he's one of those guys, if he puts it all together, he's going to be one of the better receivers in the NFL. I think he'll be better than Ayuk if he puts it all together. That's no disrespect to Ayuk. He's a great receiver. But yeah, ceiling's too high for J-Mo. And you got to think, like, when they're talking about a pick, how high of a pick are we talking? Like, I'm not willing to take a 4th-round pick away from Brad Holmes the way he's been drafting. So yeah, I would not do that deal for Ayuk.
And my further point of why I wouldn't do it is because J-Mo is very important to this team. Now, I get getting a 3rd receiver to get with Amon-Ra and J-Mo, then you have my ears, you have my attention. But if you're giving up J-Mo to get another receiver, albeit, J-Mo is obviously not the best number 2 wide receiver in the NFL. We all know that. So I'm fine with getting another receiver, but I don't want it to cost Jameson Williams in order to get another receiver. I'm looking to add a 3rd receiver to them. Whether he ends up being the 2nd receiver production-wise to Amon-Ra St. Brown and J-Mo's 3rd, fine. But I'm not looking to trade J-Mo to upgrade this wide receiver room. I'm looking to add somebody with J-Mo and Amon-Ra.
Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page. I was curious to see. I mean, has anybody saw it come across the chat? Anybody that wants Ayuk?
No.
And again, Brett Coleman's a guy I truly respect. To the point where it kind of blows my mind he would have missed what J-Mo, I guess, offers to this offense and what Ben Johnson's been doing with this offense in every single piece. They're very meticulous with it. J-Mo, when he talked about like his emergence or him just taking the next step, they talked about just being more mature and line up to sell the run just as much as he sells the pass. To sell the pass just as much as same way he lines up to sell the run. It just looks the same every single time. So the defense never knows what the fuck's going on. Like that's just like football. I don't want to say 101, but I think people who know football, like Brett Coleman, would recognize that. I don't know. I don't personally see Ayuk as a deep threat like that. I really don't. I obviously can do that, but not to what you expect J-Mo to be, at least in this offense for sure. I almost felt like it's like Amon-Ra, but he just plays on the outside.
Ayuk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent comparison.
That's how I feel about it.
He doesn't get nearly as much volume as Amon-Ra St. Brown does.
No, he doesn't. Well, that's that. What? You say something?
No, I was just gonna say he does stretch the field too. Like he is definitely a guy that can stretch the field.
I don't see him as that. But nonetheless, that's not fucking happening. I bet my fucking left leg on it. If that happens.
Your left leg?
Yeah, he's fucking cut off my entire left leg. That's just not. There's no way, no chance in hell.
No, God, please, no, no.
When we return, though, since you're so high on Ayuk, you'll find out how high. Because as we promised, we're going to deliver our top 10 wide receivers in the NFL. But not before we're told about Swish, the best insurance in the game. Hit up my guy, Mark, directly. Ask him his top 10 wide receivers in the game. That's Mark at SwissINS.com. Make sure you hit him up. Contact him. Make sure those rates are climbing up. Make sure deductibles aren't doing the same. It's Mark at SwissINS.com.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Dispo Dispensary is your local cannabis plug for a reason. They got over 6 locations more across the great state of Michigan. Your local cannabis plug. Best bud, best bartenders, best atmosphere. Visit disposhops.com to find one near you. Must be 21 up and older to participate. It's Dispo, your local cannabis plug.
Damn, dude. I just had a real fat moment. The video popped up as prosciutto wrapped brie poppers. So it's jalapeno poppers, but with brie cheese wrapped in prosciutto. That shit looks so good.
Bro, I picked that up for Father's Day on my way to Big Tim's.
What?
And
some prosciutto?
Prosciutto and brie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Dude, have you guys ever been into Trader Joe's?
No. Too poor.
Crazy in there.
Yeah.
I got that.
Their peanut butter cups are really good though. Yeah. Yeah, oh I bet.
Yeah.
Damn,
don't
over here, dude.
No. We're good. We're good. Comms, we're good.
We're clear. Comms are clear.
Yeah. That was close.
So we got our top 10 receivers.
What did I just miss?
Nothing. Oh. Fuck, man. Top 10 receivers. Who wants to go first?
But I agree.
I'll go first.
All right, go ahead.
All right, throw mine up there, Chris. My top 10 receivers, and I think all of our top 2s were the same too. So our top 10 receivers in the NFL. Here are mine.
Where the hell is yours?
Just put up anyone. We'll go with it.
No, I gotta find his. It's in here.
And now,
just put one up. So
and
we're not
top 10
time.
receivers.
Don't matter. Whatever one you have in there, throw it up.
No, I got you.
You literally just didn't do any of them, and you're a piece of shit.
No, I did them all, but they're just buried in all
my
the graphics.
top 10 receivers in the NFL. At number 1, I have Justin Jefferson. I don't think that is questionable. I think he's the most talented. I think he's a dog. Obviously, he had 1,000 receiving yards in 10 games or something like that. Number 2, I have Tyreek Hill. Also a freak of nature. Dude goes out there he is the most dangerous player in football. Like, the guy is a game breaker. It's insane. Number 3, I got CeeDee Lamb. The guy put on last year. What can you say? The guy was everything to that Dallas offense. They really didn't have much else. They had no running game to speak of. Brandon Cooks was on the other side, which is pretty good, but he's an old head. So CeeDee Lamb put on for the city, and he had an amazing year.
Oh shit.
And number 4, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown. What can you say about the guy? He's first team All-Pro, freak of nature. He catches everything. He is every day 10 receptions at least. Amon-Ra St. Brown at number 4. Number 5, I got Jamar Chase. Off skill alone, this guy could be a top 3 receiver in the NFL. Like, on skill alone, you could switch Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb, but I need to see Jamar Chase be healthy for an entire year and be that guy for an entire year before I just put him in the top 3. I like him a lot, but that's where he is. Number 6 is this kind of hoed on my guy, honestly. I love Devontae Adams, but I put him down at number 6. Honestly, it's not really on him. The offense he was in was absolutely dog shit.
Jamar Chase only missed 1 game last year.
He did not have a good quarterback for the majority of the season. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, still. Number 5. Devontae Adams at number 6. It's not on him. I feel bad for putting Tay down there, but I'm putting him there. At number 7, I have Brandon Ayuk. This is a guy, he is a difference maker. He had the 7th most receiving yards in the NFL on the 31st most receptions. He is he gets the ball in his hands and he makes plays. He consistently got behind defenses last year and made big plays. Like I said, he had 1,300 yards on 76 receptions. Just an insane amount of production on such a little receiving tally. Number 8, I got AJ Brown. Dude's a bully, gets out there. He bullies people when he's on the field. He's a great receiver, but he kind of fell off in a certain path last year. I know their whole team did, but he does give me diva vibes as well, like on the sideline, and you always see him kind of fighting with offensive personnel, and it shouldn't take away much from him, but it kind of does a little bit. But I got him at 8. Number 9, I got Mike Evans. Mike Evans, I think when it's all said and done, is going to be a top 10 receiver in the history of the NFL.
I hate your number 10.
The guy is a freak of nature. The guy is an absolute monster. He is a bully. He has never had a season in the NFL with under 1,000 yards. Every single year he has played professional football, he has had over 1,000 receiving yards. And at number 10, I got George Pickens. George Pickens, again, the value of his receptions to how much he had 1,100 receiving yards last year on 63 receptions. 63 receptions. How many? Amon-Ra St. Brown had 119 receptions. CeeDee Lamb had 135 receptions. George Pickens had 63 receptions catching balls from Kenny fucking Pickett and had 1,100 receiving. George Pickens is a problem. He is a freak when it comes to contested catches, athletic catches, body positioning. It is insane, some of the catches. Like, 2 of the top 4 catches of the year were George Pickens. The guy is a monster out there. And like I said, 1,100 yards on 63 receptions in that pitiful Steelers offense is insane to me. And then honorable mention, I got Diggs, Collins, Cooper, and Metcalf.
That's fair. 1,000+ yards and 63 receptions. That is fair.
That's insane.
He is one of the better contested catches guys in the league. Not my top 10, though. No way in hell.
Wait until next year when he goes for 1,400 yards.
All right. I'll be waiting. It's not in my top 10. Yeah, you throw up whatever.
He had one game against Cincy where he went for 4 catches, 195 yards.
Yeah, dude. The guy is a monster. The guy is a monster. Like I said,
yeah, that's
63 catches.
I'm with you.
63. That's less than half of what CeeDee Lamb had, and he had 1,100 yards catching balls from Kenny fucking Pickett in that trash ass Steelers offense.
He's not top 10.
He is for me.
Put up Knicks. I want to see Knicks.
All right.
My top was actually
Puka. I will admit, I should have
close
Puka.
to Spenny.
Definitely over Pickens.
No, I would have taken somebody else out.
Oh, come on.
This is one where I was like, should I go Puka?
No way.
Should I go Puka, or should I go the guy that got hurt but has one of the best seasons all time? Should I go Cooper Kupp?
Puka.
And I slid Kupp into that number 7 role because
Of
I
course
think
you did.
because I think Puka.
number 1.
I think Puka only had the season.
Berrios checking in.
I think Puka only had the season he did because Cooper Kupp was out. But I think you'll see when Kupp comes back that he's still going to be the same great wide receiver. That's why he's at number 7 there. But I'll start at 10 with this. I slid DJ Moore into that top 10. I think that he's just proven it on horrible teams his whole career, and you're going to really see it this year with a guy like Caleb Williams. And then Nico Collins. I had to get him in there. Shout out, the old Michigan wide receiver. Lord knows they did not get him the ball enough when he was at Michigan. He's an absolute dog with CJ Stroud. You can tell that they are on the same page, have a great rapport, and I think he's going to continue to explode. And then, as Spenny said about Ayuk, and then I got Cooper Kupp ahead of him. AJ Brown, just an absolute physical wide receiver, dominates cornerbacks at all times. But I think St. Brown, the way he just controls the game, that's why I have him ahead of a guy like that's so physical in AJ Brown. And then I think Jamar Chase's talent just really shines out. That's where you get into this top 4. Jamar Chase and the Joe Burrow connection is so real. I think we're all going to be reminded of that next year. And then CD and Dak. I think he was like their only wide receiver, so the numbers might be a little bit skewed when it comes to CD, but you cannot debate the production. He threw up some crazy games, and specifically one against the Lions. And then you think about Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson. Not too much to say.
No.
But my question to you guys would be, well, I guess we'll see about the rest, but Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson, two absolute dogs.
No Mike Evans is.
I think he's just on the decline.
Like Mike Evans is, like I said, I think he could be a top 10 receiver ever.
You do have Devontae Adams in there?
Evans on the decline, but you have Cooper Kupp at 7?
Yes. I did. Because I think he got hurt. Evans has been healthy, but you saw Evans with some big drops
this season. He did get hurt, but didn't really return to form.
But you saw Evans with big drops this year. I would say.
Evans was phenomenal this year. They got like 13 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was a leader in touchdowns.
Devontae Adams either, yeah.
Yeah, Adams down here for sure, but he's also the guy getting up there. He kind of slid down mine.
And he has Jimmy Garoppolo throwing him the ball. And fucking Aiden O'Connell.
I feel like
remember the game against the Lions, how Devontae Adams had like 4 or 5 wide open down the sideline touchdowns.
When they dropped too.
That were just underthrown.
Yeah, I don't remember much from that game, but I think one thing about the slot receivers in the NFL, they can go a little bit longer than maybe some guys on the outside when it comes to the speed compared to just the route running, tearing up the slot. So I got Cooper Kupp. I think he does regain form this year, and I think that's why I got him in the top 10 still.
All right, put up the correct one. Someone's got to do it right around here. All right. We'll get the actual top 10 wide receivers in the league right now. George Pickens is not on this fucking list. I love you, Spinny. That was maybe on his way. Maybe 15.
He is top
15. Top 10? Absolutely not. That's absurd. Justin Jefferson? Yes. He's the king shit right now. Can there be an argument made for Tyreek Hill? I believe so, but he's number 2 for me. I've always been high on Tyreek Hill too, by the way. That's a guy I personally had as my number 1 the last time we did this a few years back. Number 3, Jamar Chase to me. He played all 17 his rookie year. I think he played 12 last year and played 16 this year. And he's also like the catches he make. There's like probably.
Oh yeah, Joe Burrow got hurt this year. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
That's
4 or 5 guys doing that. Yeah. Jamar Chase, absolute dog. AJ Brown, demon, physical specimen. This guy, if you were to take,
he's a freak.
Amon-Ra and make him bigger, I feel like you get AJ Brown. Although I have Amon-Ra better hands.
Amon-Ra's better hands, and he's not a
more sure-handed for sure. Yeah, I guess that's fair. But I'm talking about the style of play. Like where they catch the ball and they're trying to just put you on the ground. The physicality there. Number 5, top 5 wide receiver in the game. I couldn't be more happy to say it. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yak leader this season. I believe he 10 touchdowns, which was like second or third in the league. I think he was only third and second in receiving yards. And the situation where he's just an absolute dog. Like not only does he catch the ball for you, a sure-handed guy. Once he catches that ball, he's looking to make a move. Mm-hmm. He's looking to knock somebody's dick in the dirt. And he's smart about it too. In a situation where he's just not going to survive it, he'll slide and survive another day. And that's why you can expect him to be available for you the next week and so on and so forth. Absolute dog. Maybe CeeDee Lamb, number 6, is why I'm hesitating right now, is because I do feel a little bit disrespectful of him.
Yeah, he should be higher than that.
Yeah, you're a crackhead for that.
But he was a part of that. I'm not a crackhead for that one. That'd be like putting George Pickens in there. CeeDee Lamb, number 6 for me. Just because that cupcake schedule they had last year. They did. Now, is he absolutely fast and a specimen? Yes. And the hands are actually phenomenal this year. That's been my one question on CD was the hands. He proved that this year. I think he only had I could be wrong. So this is going to be a big gap. I think 3 to 7 drops. When I clicked on the thing a little bit earlier, I could be absolutely wrong on that, but CD definitely took a big step this year, and why I do feel bad about having him at 6. Mike Evans is 7. Mike Evans led the league in touchdowns. We're tied. I think Tyreek had 13 as well. 10 straight seasons of 1,000+ yards. He's done it with multiple different quarterbacks, by the way, too. From Jameson Williams to Tom Brady to now Baker Mayfield. I got a hats off to that one because now we're watching a guy in Devontae Adams kind of down year with different quarterbacks he's seeing. And that's why he dropped there to 8. He's also getting a little bit older too. Number 9, hats off and respect to a guy named DJ Moore. I know he's a Chicago Bear. Scares the fuck out of me at times. He's good as fuck. DJ Moore is in my top 10. And then number 10, Puka Nacua. If there's any young guy that's making my top 10, it's Puka. I think he's only going to continue to grow. He broke every single rookie wide receiver record, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's going to continue to get better from there, too. The way you saw Cooper Kupp shine with Matthew Stafford, that's going to be Puka going forward. Yeah. And he could bring it a little bit deeper than Kupp, too.
I look at it as Puka had, let's see, where's 342 more yards.
That's a lot.
Sorry, 346 more yards than George Pickens.
That's a lot.
On 42 more receptions. And only 1 more touchdown. So, if you give George Pickens... Let's see.
And he missed Stafford for like 2 games too. The one game Stafford played, but he was like...
He had Kenny Pickett, bro. If you put George Pickens in Sean McVay's offense with Matt Stafford, he is putting up way better numbers than Puka Nacua.
Brother, I promise you're probably one of like 12 people on the planet who have George Pickens in their top 10 wide receivers. That was wild.
So George Pickens averaged 18 yards per catch. So 18 times 42 is 760. So if they had the same amount of catches on the season, George Pickens would have had
Nick, I know you. George Pickens has a game this year
1,900
where
yards.
he literally had -1 yards.
Yeah, he still
still
had
literally had -1 yards.
And if he had the same amount of catches as Puka Nacua, he would have had 1,900 yards.
Brother, he's not top 10.
He
By
is.
the
I
way,
need you to trust me. That's all.
5 targets,
Please.
2 receptions that game too. -1 yards.
Against who?
It was against Tennessee.
Yeah. Can't defend that.
Chat is absolutely loving on Puka Nacua right now.
He's top 10, and he's only gonna get better.
You know who was top 10 when he had Matt Stafford?
Cooper Kupp.
Kenny Galladay.
Oof. That's George Pickens to me.
Based on what? Based on Kenny Pickett?
The only receiver.
Kenny fucking Pickett, dude. What are we talking about?
The only receiver worth a dick throwing the ball to in the offense. Bro,
Deontay Johnson was on that team too. What? Deontay Johnson is a dog too. What?
Can I just real quick?
What? Their offensive coordinator got fired and their quarterback sucks.
Game 17 for the playoffs. They won this game, by the way, too, against the backups of the Baltimore Ravens. How do you think your boy George Pickens cooked against his backups? 0 receptions, 0 yards. Also, the game on here, -1 yards.
Yeah, it sounds like it's their fault.
What are we doing?
For not giving him the ball more.
I guess.
Because like I
This is
said,
not top 10.
he averages 18 yards a catch.
Yeah, when you only have 63 catches, your average is going to be a little bit higher there.
Yeah, especially when you have 1,100 yards on those 63 catches.
It's not top 10, bro.
He is for me.
We'll see. Because we have 2 more lists to get to. Now, Caleb, did you make one?
Caleb did one, yep.
Shout out to Caleb for making these lists, by the way. We have Caleb and Chris's list.
My Pickens
All right.
argument is bogus.
If I see George Pickens on there, I'm just walking off the show.
He had the worst quarterback in the NFL and the worst offensive coordinator in the NFL and put up 1,100 yards on 63 catches.
He didn't even play half the season.
That's even more impressive.
I'm talking about Pickens.
Yeah, that's even more impressive.
Bro, you're not convincing anyone. Just give it up.
If he didn't play half the season and still had 1,100 yards on
Let's go to
63
commercial.
catches, sounds like a better receiver than a dude who got 1,400 with 100 receptions.
George Pickens is not top 10, but
he is for me.
He is for you. Crackhead list for sure. I
He's
love
better.
him,
DNC&T. Pickens greater than DJ Moore.
That's insane.
Let's go to break, fellas. Let's pick it up and we get back.
That was the
You
morning
don't
show.
like Amari Cooper either.
When you wake up
I
in
do
the
like Amari
morning,
Cooper.
if you're not immediately listening to Woodward Sports to hear if George Pickens is
I'd
a
have him
top
over
10 wide
Pickens.
receiver, is Puka Nacua the best wide receiver ever, make sure you check out the morning show. You know they're debating something. Woodward Sports, best morning show in the country, 8 to 10 a.m. live every day.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Les Stanford, what happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
Hello, Detroit. Easy. You're a big person on context. The last game of the season, it was raining like crazy. Not top 10 receiver. Now, I'll let you have that game.
That's cool.
Give me, is there, DZ, is there another receiver in the top 10 with -1 yards?
I don't know. I'd have to go through it. Is there another receiver in the top 10 with only 63 receptions?
Thanks, Easy, for acknowledging George Galladay. Nobody falling for that. He gonna fall right off when he signed $28 million for the Titans. What? Kenny Galladay?
I don't know. Yeah, he's saying George Pickens is
Kenny
Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay.
See, that doesn't equate. because the only reason Kenny Golladay was good was because he had Matthew Stafford. George Pickens was good last year with Kenny Pickett. Are you saying Matthew Stafford and Kenny Pickett are the same quarterback? Because if so, you're smoking dick.
Puka only had 32 yards the game that Stafford was out.
He had even more.
He's a Stafford merchant.
He's not a Stafford merchant.
No, but Stafford definitely
he hooks up his
Puka.
he hooks onto a guy
Especially
for
when
sure.
Cooper was out as well.
He did it with Kupp. He did it with Puka. Obviously, everybody would do it with Calvin. He did it with Kenny Golladay. If George Pickens was in Sean McVay's offense with Kenny Stafford, he would have put up better numbers.
I'll pay you. You have to wait to the 25th. $50 if Pickens is on. Well, not Chris's list. Just don't count.
My list is better than yours. You can eat a dick.
If Pickens is on. Oh God, don't let me down here. Pickens is on.
No, he's not.
All right, Pickens on Cam's list. You get $50.
What? That's
throw it up.
All right. Well, who's Caleb's?
Yeah.
All right. Here's Caleb's.
Shout out to Caleb for making these lists, by the way.
Yeah, shout out.
Oh.
Yeah. So first two, Jefferson Hill was kind of
Oh, Puka's not on there either. Crazy.
Yeah. I didn't go Puka.
You go Puka. We went Garrett Wilson.
I didn't go Puka. Well, here's why I went Garrett Wilson at 10. I just think, his quarterback Zach Wilson, Trevor Siemian, Tim Boyle, 178 catches and 2,100 yards in 2 years, and he gets Rodgers this year. I think he's going to be a stud. And it was honestly between him and Puka at 10. But I don't know.
Look at that.
It wasn't.
Well,
I'm sorry, Spenny, but it wasn't between.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter who it was between. It matters who it is, and it's not Puka either. So.
Yeah, no, I didn't go Puka. I didn't go Cooper Kupp
Puka's
either.
also a rookie, so I get it. Like a lot of people are gonna be hesitant to put him on his list, but he's there.
Yeah, I don't know. Though I think those two are kind of interchangeable at my time. But then I went 9. Nico Collins, 8th in receiving yards, 8th in touchdowns. Then in the playoffs, 11 catches, 160 yards, a touchdown. I think against the Browns, a long one. Might have been like the first play of the game, honestly. Nico's long touchdown. Then Mr. Consistency, Mike Evans at 8, 1,000 yards. They already said 1,000 yards in every season he's played. Done it with a couple different quarterbacks.
Jamar Chase 6?
Yeah, I had Jamar Chase. I think, look, Devonta Adams, if you want to talk Lamb, Devonta Adams, and Amon-Ra. Lamb was first in catches, second in yards. When him and Dak clicked at the end of the year, he was unstoppable.
Yeah.
And I think Lamb's going to be right up there again this year. Devonta Adams, he's been also very consistent. Did it with O'Connell and Jimmy G last year. 1,200 yards. One of the best route runners in the league. He's big. He can go up and get it. He's the do-it-all receiver. And obviously he's getting up there in age. And I know it's, fun and everything to put all these receivers above him, but he's been the best in the game. He was the best in the game for a long time. And I think he's still in that top 5. And then I have Amon-Ra, might be a little biased. I have Amon-Ra over Jamar Chase. I don't know. I just think Amon-Ra does so much for that Lions offense. And I'm not saying Chase doesn't do much for that Bengals offense, but there might be a little bias there.
Yeah, how did Jamar fall to 6 here? Where
would you move? Who would you move back for him?
He'd be above CD. Above
you think
Adams.
so?
Yeah.
I mean, did you see CD's numbers last year? I know Chase didn't have Burrow, but I mean, CD was unbelievable last year.
Yeah.
1,200 yards, like 7 or 8 touchdowns without Burrow too. Where Adams, I think he had 11. He struggled without.
He had like 1,200 something or 1,100, but
Devontae Adams had 1,144 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Jamar Chase is he's in my top 5.
Oh, where did everybody else have him?
Huh?
Where did everybody else have Chase? Where did you have Chase?
I think I had him at 4 or 5 or 6.
That's not crazy.
He was 3 on my list.
I think all those guys they almost like.
He's the only guy that sniffs Justin Jefferson when healthy and.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like 3.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I'm talking about just like this style, like where they can just like, eat, give me that out of the air, like pluck it out of the air, defy gravity.
George Pickens does
the
that
laws
too.
of physics. Jamar Chase. No, okay.
I feel like my 4 through
that eat out of the air. George Pickens does it too.
He does do that, but he's not tough.
All right. I'm not saying he's Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my 4 through 7 kind of all mesh together. If I could do a 4A, 4B, 4C, 4D, I'd do it. But we had to rank them.
Yeah,
and
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I was right there with you, Caleb, when making this list for top tier wide receivers. I feel like you had Jefferson, Hill, and then it was the rest that you could kind of group together in that. So
That's for sure.
I
That's
was
for sure.
right there
what it
with you,
is.
Caleb.
But I'm putting Lamb comfortably at 3. I think Lamb is.
I had him at 3 as well.
Yeah, I think Lamb is. I don't think he's in that. I think he's above that. I don't think he's in the Jefferson Hill conversation, but I think he's above the Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra, Jamar Chase conversation.
If you were like not even fantasy for fantasy purposes, but just like just restarting a franchise, would you draft CD over Jamar Chase? Like your goal is to win a Super Bowl in the next like 2-3 years.
I think I would. I think CD. I mean, I think he's starting to put it all together. I think. Yeah, I would. That's really all I have to say about that. Yeah, I think I would take Lamb over Chase.
Wow. All right. Chris?
All right, listen.
I'm curious to see what
I'm
your list
confident.
looking
I think I got the best list. I really do. I think I knocked it out the park
This is
here.
something goofy, I guarantee it.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Amon-Ra at 7.
CD at 3.
Amon-Ra. CD at 3. Yeah.
I'm a Cowboys hater.
1 and 2.
The way Smitty's Tatum, I am
everybody
the
else.
Cowboys.
I listened to everybody
we all
else.
had CD at 3.
I listened to everybody
All three of
else.
us.
Now let me break it down. Justin Jefferson and Tyreek 1 and 2 I think are no brainer, and I think CD I put at 3. Even though Jamar Chase I have at 4, I think he is. We talked about it, the better like receiver pound for pound. But after the year that CD had, I had to give him the 3 spot. So my top 4 are lockstep. 5, 6, and 7 is where it got really dicey for me. And I could interchange all of these because AJ Brown is a dog of dogs. He had a down year last year, but I know what he's capable of. And Devontae Adams, I shouldn't say down year, but there was just moments. That whole Phillies situation
they fell
last
apart,
year. Yeah, that kind of turned me off.
He's kind of like the face of it too. He had 1,400 yards last.
And Devontae Adams is like Devontae Adams and Amon-Ra again was a real conversation for me, but ultimately I went with Devontae Adams because he just had such a mess of a situation over there, and Amon-Ra has a system that's been completely groomed for him. No disrespect, not taken away from what he's done with it, but Amon-Ra is the Yak King, or should be the Yak King if Derek Barnes made a tackle on CeeDee Lamb. But that 5 through 7 is very interchangeable. You can slice it up however you want. 8, Brandon Ayuk, for the reasons we talked about during his segment. He's just awesome. He's an elite weapon on one of the best
7th
offenses
in yards,
in the league.
on 31st in receptions.
Yeah, and Mike Evans, you guys have got to put respect on his name. I know Spencer's there with me, but this guy is the touchdown king.
He was on all of ours.
Yeah, he's in my list higher than yours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
broke ass.
He's my 7.
Listen, man, you need to respect Mike Evans. Touchdown
wait,
God.
Who'd you just call broke?
Evans, I was playing clearly.
Mike Evans is a dog.
And then 10. 10 was such a toss-up to me because I wanted to throw Collins in there. I wanted to throw Diggs in there. I wanted to throw even DJ Moore, but ultimately I just went with Garrett Wilson because I just believe in him. I believe that you throw him with a good quarterback and he's gonna ball. So that one's kind of a shot in the dark, but that's where I feel like at 10 I just went with him.
It's weird. No Pickens.
No Puka either. Crazy.
Yeah, no
Puka's
Puka
interchangeable
either.
with Wilson. Though.
No,
We all had some
for me at 10
questionable ones at 10. I
I
put my questionable one a little higher than 10 and Cup, but I feel like everyone was kind
Can you put Knicks up one more time?
Yeah. And I put Puka in the conversation, but I ultimately took him out because you guys talked about it with Puka that like Cup, like Matt Stafford just kind of fluffs the numbers for receivers in a sense. But this was Knicks.
Yeah, Nick loves Nico Collins. You know that.
Yeah. Which he was in consideration.
Cooper Kupp, Nico
I know he was in
Collins,
yours too.
DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Collins. Where was Collins on yours?
8. No, 9.
9.
It was 9, Nico, 10, Garrett Wilson. And Chris, I love that you put Garrett Wilson in there because I think at the end of the year he's going to be up there and he'll be regarded as a top 5 guy with Rodgers. If Rodgers can stay healthy and play more than 3 snaps,
massive.
I think true, but I think Garrett Wilson will be one of those top guys next year.
I mean, hell, even if Rodgers doesn't play and they trade for another quarterback that's not Zach Wilson, like I like Garrett Wilson's chances. I really do.
Is Rodgers back at camp though? Is the question.
I don't think he is. I think he's still on his retreat.
Yeah,
He'll be
he's
there for training
doing
camp.
ayahuasca in the woods.
And he's better than Zach Wilson. I don't think that mini camp means much. They draft any wide receivers?
Corley.
Corley.
Brandon Braylon Edwards announced it. Jesus Christ.
I like Forley a lot.
Yeah.
Actually.
I gotta tell you guys about merch.
Nick, were you the only one with Cup in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got faith. I mean, maybe it's because I was doing all that diving when like I was on the desk talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown trying to like hit another level, and like I just think Cooper Kupp when he's at his best, like he just cooks every single person that's on him, and if you're on the same page with your quarterback, it's almost unstoppable.
You're not the only one to DJ Moore, right?
I had more. I had more at 10.
No.
I had more at 10.
Okay.
So I had Cup. Who did you have?
Pickens.
Pickens.
Yep.
Anybody? And then these two are on.
Well, you had Cup at 7.
Yeah, I did.
That crazy stuff. Was Ayuk in your top 10?
No, I didn't have Ayuk in my top 10.
I don't think he's top 10 either. Oh well.
How about that merch?
That's fun. How about that merch?
Let me tell you where to get the best merch in the game. WoodwardSports.com. Click that shop tab today. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all of that guaranteed to turn heads. So head on over to WoodwardSports.com. Click that shop tab today and get yourself some brand new merch.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home?
Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insight with Dr. Jeff Pierce on Michigan Sports and Spine Center. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
I'm tripping over Nick's list. The more we broke it down during that commercial break there.
Yeah, no Adams, no Evans.
Yeah,
Need some no Pickens. What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, no Pickens. What the fuck?
Listen, these guys are getting up there. I think Cooper Kupp will bounce back because he plays in the slot. You don't have to retain all of your athleticism compared to maybe like you would on the outside when you're going up against those #1 cornerbacks. That's my thoughts around it. Jeff Olson, I know you're a big Bucks guy. Relax. Go hit the beach. Enjoy.
I think I nailed my list.
You and I'm at 7. You're dead to me.
That's fair. I said 5 through 7, very interchangeable.
I guess the craziest thing, not even trying to
on mine?
No, craziest thing, just period, was Pickens 10. And then Jamar 7.
Cup 7.
No, I had 6. Dude,
6.
The guys I had over
crazy, yeah.
Jamar, like, they've all been doing it for a while. I mean, Amon-Ra's been doing it the same amount of time as
No
Chase.
Evans, no Adams. Is the craziest thing.
Yeah, that's actually number 2. You don't worry, you're number 3.
Thanks.
You feel better?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, no Evans, no Abs and Knicks, but Cup. Proudly.
Receivers are tough to rank, man. There's so many guys that could have been in that top 10, but just didn't make Caleb's cut.
All right, time for our mailbag. 2 minutes worth of mailbag. Get them in while you can. Smash the like button if you guys haven't already, too. Means the world to us. We got a couple still good topics here. Or one, I think, for the Lions tomorrow. We'll save for you guys. Tigers, have they reached like the Pistons realm of how that was going during that season? Like, do we really just want to say the same shit that we just
Around
have to
the
say
diamond, 2 minutes, go.
every single time?
Can I say one word?
Yeah.
Ryan
Drops an
Kreidler.
N-bomb.
Ryan Kreidler needs to get shot out of a cannon back to Toledo.
I don't know why the fuck he was the guy they
Bro,
brought up and not
that
Chase Young.
Play last night when we basically gave them a just complete. It was a pop out to left, or it was a deep fly out. He tags late. Kreidler double fakes, and he could have easily had him at third. They end up scoring the run on a goddamn hit, and it's just, God, you cannot make mistakes when you cannot hit the ball, Ryan Kreidler. You're supposed to be known for your defense. Start making some more defensive plays. No excuses. And that's it for me getting mad on the day. Caleb, how did that Tiger game make you feel?
Why are we even doing this, man? I mean, like...
Yeah, it was a great show.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, Kreidler, like... We want to talk Kreidler. He's been awful since he came up. Like, his whole thing was supposed to be like, oh, he's a reliable glove at shortstop. He hasn't been. Yeah, they're in a tough... They're not great right now.
Casey Mize on the mound tonight. Do you guys think he has another good start, or does he get lit up in Atlanta?
I will say I do think they win tonight. I do that. They're facing a rookie on the mound. I think they win tonight.
I think they lose.
Xavier D, I did see the video of him getting hoisted up in Gen V, and he's like freaking out. That's a funny video.
Varys makes a great point, and shame on all of us, to be honest with you. Does Keenan Allen not exist?
Not in the top 10.
I was thinking about him, but...
Not your top 10?
No.
He's over George Pickens. Huh?
Not for me.
That's a goddamn shit. I ain't gonna lie.
He only had 99 more yards than George Pickens on 45 more receptions.
When I had 45 more receptions? Because he can get open.
No, because he didn't have Kenny Pickett as his quarterback.
No, he had worse.
Justin
Herbert died.
Justin Herbert's worse than Kenny Pickett?
I think Keenan
Justin
Allen
Herbert died in the middle of the field.
Justin
He
Herbert
died in the middle of the season, is what I meant to say.
Justin Herbert's fine. But that'll do it for us today. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button. For Easy, for Nick, for Caleb, for Chris, I'm Spencer. We're the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.